If you need me, you know where to find me. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me. Just while you know the code G, but don't rush, take it slowly. Just ride the wave, baby. One day it could be worth it. Walk one, put you on the love, I don't know. I hate it when you mess up the code. I thought we made it clear. Them feelings can't be here, at least yet. You the only one that stick like a melody. No matter what I do, you can't leave my head for real. So I talk to 10 man, but I feel usually one. Now I end up with none, ask me how I feel. Me do I fall in love, me do I my hopes up. And you know my past, me get hurt so much and that changed my path. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me. Send my ID on the WhatsApp quick. And every time the boy go and shoot, don't miss. But like it when you call my phone, make it ring long, long. Let him rush to my house quickly. Yeah, clingy, I'm like that. Little crazy, and if you play mad, make one bite back. But don't play no games, and he know that if he try me, he go end up in a coma, yeah. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me. You know what to do, baby. If you want me, just call me. If you need me, you know where to find me.
No, it's 4, boys. It's 4. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, yeah, go.
Who is she, boy? Abdiel, that is mine.
Bro,
she is mine. No, she's mine.
You know you cannot get through there.
Watch. Excuse. Hey.
Yeah. Can you answer a question? Would you stay another one night with me? Why you find you a next man? He go only be second to me. I know you know that I wanna stay. But me not gonna let you give my love away. For you, yeah, my heart is calling. But you got a bad man falling. Feel over right now. Oh, yeah, give it to me right slow. Yeah, give me all night. Oh, yeah, got me coming right, yeah. You and them girl are the same. Only you me walk calling out my name. Right, on the way. You got me singing, eh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. One time now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. So baby girl, come over. Girl, I got me falling like me never sober. Call me the boss, cause me want to take over. Always on the father, he rests on my shoulder. Keep your friends close and the enemies closer. Say one time, got you always on my mind. Baby, you the top, you are my desire. Yeah, you got that loving that I require. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. One time now, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. You know you want it. I feel you calling. Call me on the nights when you're feeling lonely. Call me on the days when you're feeling fun. Cause I'm always on it. Putting work on it. Sexy in a dress and the lips so. Girl, you know I'ma take it off, yeah. Yeah, give it to me right, slow, yeah. Give me all night, oh yeah. Got me coming right, yeah. You and them girl are the same. Only you me walk calling out my name. Right on the way. You got me singing, eh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. One time now, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Give it to me slow, yeah. Baby.
Yo. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I think I find the one. She's supposed to be coming just now. Matter of fact, when she coming right there, she not pulling up here now. We will talk later. Yeah.
This is the champion DJ Bravo alongside Ariel Alexa. Everybody wants to know.
You put the light in my eyes. You always brighten my smile. I never knew a love like this.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Yo. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I think I find the one. She's supposed to be coming just now. Matter of fact, when she coming right there, she not pulling up here now. We will talk later. Yeah.
This is the champion DJ Bravo alongside Ariel Alexa. Everybody wants to know.
You put the light in my eyes. You always brighten my smile. I never knew a love like this, love like this. I never thought it'd be so rich, be so rich. I'll never ever leave your side. You'll always be my joy and pride. And anytime I'm feeling low, you pull me out that hole. That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby. That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby. Said I love you, baby. Yeah, I love you, baby. Even though you drive me crazy. Still I love you, baby. That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby. That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
You have the energy, you bring it so nice. Now me just want you in my life. Don't the player thing, make you my wife. Run the world with you by my side. Girl, you a star, give you anything you want. Big nice house and a pretty, pretty car. Hop on a plane and fly all over.
When me and you alone,
It's all over.
that's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
I love you, love you, love you, love you.
Said I love you, baby. Yeah, I love you, baby. Even though you drive me crazy, still I love you, baby. That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
That's why I love you, love you, love you, love you, baby.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Once again, it's your kills. Island Kill Talk. We are your hosts. I'm Krystal Khayne.
Trinidad Shawna. Yeah, times two.
Yeah, times three. When I tell you, we're so happy to be starting on time-ish. After last week's technical difficulties, we almost had to postpone the show, but luckily things got back in a gear in time, and we were able to give you a little hour and a half show. You know what I'm saying? Anything goes. That's a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
We don't talk about last week, okay?
Anything goes.
We don't talk about last week.
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
We don't talk about Bruno. No. All right. How are you going?
good.
Where's the
I want
latest?
to see Black Panther.
Black Wakanda forever. bro. No spoilers. I know spoilers.
No, we're not about the spoilers of life.
People done braced me with that. 'Cause I posted a simple thing. It wasn't even a spoiler. It was just a news thing. And people was like, you see people like you?
Oh, God.
They come for me, no?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
But it was
So
good
what kind
though.
of news? Just giving details or something?
No. I was just posting something about one of the characters, but it had nothing to do with the show. It was just the pits here.
Okay.
It was, listen, I had to run for my life.
Without giving away too much, Neicy, how it was. And
It was
Sean.
good. It was so good. I saw it twice.
It was really good, but I found it was extremely long. So, but I know, adventure movies are usually long, but I'm not too sure if I could
And the second one, I felt the length of it
Go and
because it
watch it
had
twice.
a part where I wanted to pee, and I was like, "Yo, I can't really keep up now. It's intense. It's intense."
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to go and see it anymore.
Why?
Chadwick, you're not there.
Honestly, that's the most broken-hearted part about it for me.
Yeah,
I
emotional.
actually missed his presence throughout the movie.
Yeah, I ain't feeling that vibes. You know what I'm saying? Only
it was
one Black
still good.
Panther.
It was good.
The concept was still good.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It was emotional. It was good. Yeah, I like the whole theatrics. Like I see people with the dress.
The extras.
Yeah.
Because you went for the premiere, so you got full weeks.
I mean, I can't be a hypocrite. The first one, I kind of did that too. I didn't go all out, but I had a little kind of some dress, and I do the little white case on my face
one,
and all
me
of that.
and my crew,
Yes.
shut it down. We was in
the first one.
full African wear. We had face paint for the first one, and then last week now, I just was randomly added to a group chat. Okay, the movie's here again. What we doing? And I was like, y'all, I just set this one out. And they went, they shut it down. They wear white and gold.
Yeah. Oh, ooh.
Yeah, they went all out.
That's kind of Grecian though.
I
White
think that
and
was
gold.
the theme. They said that this year they were coming out in white and gold. Like they gave the world a color.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
that was nice.
All right. Well, peeps.
Watch, we did, let me show you. We did, all of us did jerseys.
Let me see. Show the people, you know.
The people can't see this.
People won't be able to see properly.
You can have a camera right there.
All of us were in like,
Oh yeah, we seen it.
in jerseys.
Well, look at you.
Yeah. The whole squad did.
Squad
Nah,
goals.
that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's a
I.
bump.
Well, yes, guys, once again, welcome to the show. Welcome to Island Girl Talk. We hope you all missed us. We certainly missed you, right? So we know all you did, all you went Black Panther. I cannot even remember what I did. I had a bit of a slow weekend, though.
Serious?
Well, slow in, I still worked.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. But in comparison to how I would normally be just driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not as
relaxed.
pacey, but yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
So yeah, let we proceed now. Guys, remember to like and share this live. Right? Like and share the live, please. Share it on your stories. Share it on your feed. You understand? Bring your friends in. The more the merrier. Right? And remember, just like and share it. So YouTube could see. YouTube can see us. Every day we go in live on O.U.R. radio,
Trying to bribe YouTube into
YouTube not on us right now.
You understand? And those who would like to promote their music on the show, please remember to email it to music@OURradio.fm. Again, that is music@OURradio.fm. For any artists that would like to hear their songs on rotation on this platform, we do not discriminate. We celebrate. Right, so? Right. And of course, you can call us at 4664-OUR. That's 466-4687. Call us anytime. Ask whatever time in question you want to ask. We're here for it.
What?
Well, I mean, it's not like we could control them anyway, Sean. Right? And with that, we commence. We are so corny. So the topic of the day today it was actually last week's topic, but we didn't get to do it. And instead we had a nice little vibesy scene going on. But we want to know, are you eating too much sugar?
Boy?
Right? Something that, yes. Something
Shawna
that
eating
goes
sugar
unnoticed.
right now.
Thank you. Always.
Oh, you eating? No,
Shawna
she
eating
eating the
sugar
good
right
sugar.
now.
Good sugar.
Well, the GMO sugar.
The GM sugar.
GMO sugar. Are you eating too much sugar? what does your body tell you? Is anyone reeling from that right now? I mean, anybody want to cut back? There's certain things that y'all might need to know, right? And the fact that sugar is in everything, I don't wonder what is really going on. Why sugar got to be in everything? You know what I mean?
Pure struggle.
Exactly. and guys, at the end of the day too, I read somewhere that sugar is very addictive, just as addictive as drugs.
It is true.
I want to call which drugs, but drugs. You understand? And I could see exactly why, because I went on a time where I didn't eat sugar for like a few months, and I started to feel so good. I would get up in the morning more energized. My brain is no brain fog. I'm clear. I have clarity. I'm not feeling sluggish. My joints not feeling like if you know. And you could literally tell the difference.
You started
but here
back?
now, of course I start back. And I was only eating the healthy sugars, like from fruits and that kind of thing, and even curbing on how much fruit I would eat.
Right.
But girl, when that refined sugar touched this bloodstream, that was
Pressure.
it. I literally, it felt amazing. It really felt like a drug.
How was the what do you mean when the sugar touched your body?
Yes, so when I ate the sugar, you wait a little, half hour for it, and you could feel that ish coursing through your blood, and you have energy, and you have.
Chris, are you okay?
It really make you feel some type of way.
You okay, Chris?
Even outside of the energy, just the taste. Come on.
It's
so
addictive.
great.
It's very addictive.
Like my mom's friend was telling me, the spirit's calling you or something like that. Because, you know, he eating healthy and I not eating healthy. So, and I rock back thinking about, you know, not that he's a Christian or anything, but you know, Christian people always say everything is a spirit, right?
Yes.
And you know what, if bad things fall on you, that's a spirit. If you're drinking, that's a spirit. If
Eating
you're
too much of sugar.
Right. So I was thinking that, you know, really, you know, everything that is not of God, they kind of related to, you know, bad energy. If it's not of God, then it's not good energy. And then I say, well, you really have a point there. That's a spirit. Wait, so they had to pray for me.
The spirit of
Gluttony.
Yeah, you had to get praise for that too. It's the same thing.
The Krystal are going with it.
I swear, because just this morning,
Anything in excess
this
is
morning
bad,
I went to buy. I walk in. You girl walk in Massey stores, and I went to buy a sandwich, nice little sandwich. Massey makes a chicken sandwich with the lettuce and thing. But I don't know how I reached in the muffin lane.
Oh God,
I bought a sandwich and I had to buy a muffin as well.
yeah.
So I just
You want to know how you reach there? That like is a marketing thing. You ever notice like when you're standing in the line to cash, that's where all the sweets are. Yeah,
I'm not going to say gorge myself on Skittles.
A way that they lay out the grocery to get you to spend unnecessary.
Yeah.
Have a way that they actually
Let me tell
lay
you.
out the grocery.
That sweetness.
You see that Skittles?
Oh Lord.
I telling you, that's why I try my best, my darndest. You see, sugar, that's my weakness. You understand? I could stay, I stay away.
Weakness for sweetness.
All you know is for sweetness. All you know, like, we talk about that, you know.
I'm a recovering sugar addict. And I would say recovering because when I got into like fitness, I actually started.
going to recovered sweetness addict.
The sweetness never stops. I can't help it. I can't help it. What? I can't help it. No, but during the pandemic, I started. I don't say I did because I still had to complete it. Started a diploma in meal planning and preparation, something to do with nutrition. Okay. One of the modules was sugar, and when they break down sugar to me, like I decided to look at food differently. And I'm not even talking about like that's the sugar, like sugar. Like I'm talking about like there's carbs and the whole, like even things that made with flour
And how
sugar.
that affects the body.
You understand? And they even like explain
Flour is sugar.
how sugar is supposed. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
when it break down, ridiculous.
Wow, that's interesting.
They even explain like how sugar is stored in the body and like how you're supposed to digest sugar. And when I started to see that, it changed my lens because even for instance, like you know when you suck an orange, it had the pulp, right? So you're getting the juice and the pulp stuff, which is the fiber.
Right.
Sugar is not not supposed to be ingested without fiber. Fiber is the block that is help break it down in the system.
Wow. You see?
So when them giving you, like, they take the fruits from whoever tree and they throw away the actual fiber and they give you the sugar juice, and your body now fighting up of how to break that down. You're not supposed to be ingesting sugar, especially sugar in excess, without a source of fiber nearby, because that is what is help break it down and let it do what it needs to do in your body. If you take it in without that, you basically do not the service.
So after I eat my Skittles,
you had to eat
a bowl of bran flakes.
Yeah, that's
Eat a bowl of bran flakes.
She is trying to balance this. I don't feel like it's anything really that can balance Skittles, Chris.
You hear what Ananias just said?
What is that?
Our tech guy said Skittles rearranges your DNA. Wow. Another GMO something.
Yeah, it real intense. It real intense.
No wonder I find my brain working a little slow these days.
They look at the killers because sugar is in everything. You cannot find. Listen, I have to say this, and people might get mad at me. But you see, when you go to the grocery, everything in that place is fake food, huh? Every single thing. You see, once it's packaged, it's fake food. And in the produce section, you had to study whether it's organic, whether it's pesticides, whether it's GMOs. Seedless grapes is not grapes. It is not grapes. It's genetically modified grapes. It is not natural. Yeah. It is not from God's green earth.
I had a lecturer say, if, like, when you go in the grocery, if you cannot, whatever you're picking up,
seedless grapes. and Shawna eat all the seedless grapes, eh?
But Chris was the one who buy it, eh? Chris was the one who buy it. Like that she tried to kill right? No, but the lecturer was basically saying, like, when you purchase things, if you can't associate it with a tree, then problems. Wow. Even when you see things in the grocery and it's enriched and fortified, it's this nice word.
It's just nice
but they basically like taking out what is the natural state of it and putting in their own thing and they giving you it back and telling you, well, this is going to be better than the
anything
original.
that ends in os, fructose. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? Glucose. and like these things like sucrose. And things like concentrate and syrup, all that is sugar. Other names for just sugar.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Fall in love with words like organic.
Yeah.
Natural.
Yes. Raw.
Yep.
Unfiltered. You know what I'm saying?
Run from enriched and fortified.
Yeah, man.
Run.
Certain foods to avoid too is like what? Like condiments and thing, you know, sauces, juices, what else all here? Nut butter, what is this thing? Nutella. Don't be eating them things.
Skittles.
Well, girl. And I just give me a thing about genetically modified and DNA. Well, you know, I done that.
And it's about everything in moderation. I mean, like, not everybody health level will be, you know, the same. But for me, one of the biggest takeaways was like eating healthy at least 75% of the time. I'm trying to carry it up to a little 80, 90. Yeah. And then, you know, having a little, I wouldn't say cheat day, because sometimes you could undo an entire week of eating clean with one cheat day. So I wouldn't even say a cheat day, but like a cheat snack, a cheat meal or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I must say that I am 100% guilty.
I try my best. You see, after this Christmas season.
I don't think I try hard enough. I don't think I try. Honestly, you know, as human beings, we want to evolve ourselves, our minds, and all these good things. And, you know, I work so actively on trying to become a better person, but for some reason, that cannot, the health side of things,
yes,
I will finish last. And people will get tired and watch my skinny self. You fit, nothing. Yeah. You healthy, nothing.
Yeah. I was doing a pretty good job the last 3 years with the meats. And, you know, curbing the sugar significantly, but this year, I mean, my hair started to shed, and I started to lose hair, and I was like, bro, I'm not getting enough protein, so I start back eating the meat, and I start back eating more sugar as a result too. So you see, I just, you see, this year I just let it.
The thing was,
after
like,
Christmas we go back and detox and try again.
Your palate trained. Like, I remember trying to break away from sugar. It started with me literally changing my grocery list. I went in the grocery and I said, okay, the battle is not bringing it home. Because
where is buy? Tell us where is buy.
Well, okay, almond milk, because I'm lactose intolerant, right? But also not just the sweetened almond milk. Like, you had to start to understand. You see that little nutritional box on the side of stuff?
Yeah.
The facts?
Right.
Yo, pay attention to that. You would be surprised how much sugar is in things. Like, start to break down that and understand what you're picking up. When you look at the difference between a box of almond milk that is sweetened and unsweetened, it jumps from 40 calories with unsweetened to all kind of 80, 90. And that 80, 90 is just sugar.
Wow.
You understand? So understanding like the breakdown of the nutritional side of whatever it is, that was a big thing. Like when I started to look at even like I don't eat white bread. Any bread that I'm having, I try to make sure it's some kind of whole wheat or some kind of bread with something in it because white bread, ridiculous. The snacks, I have a sweet tooth when it comes to like chocolates and cakes and stuff, and like intentionally not buying the ice cream because I'm the person who will buy the big thing ice cream and say, no, it go last a week. A night.
Week nothing.
A night.
Guilty.
A night with the right Netflix series, it done. So I was like, here what? When I go to the grocery, and I still do this to this day, I don't buy snacks in the grocery. It have a parlor like close to by me. If I want snack, I have to mentally decide to get up, put on clothes because you don't want to open them. Walk outside to go to the parlor, and there's that decision of doing that, which is kind of like I always try to have fruits home. I'm training.
I was going by that parlor.
I am training my palate into fruits. So like I heavy on pineapple kind of sweets. When mango in season, I love a starch mango.
Gosh.
Yes. So I traded myself into the fruits.
Starch mango, boy.
Serious?
And I use
food of the gods.
I use like dates and stuff for like when you're going out with your friends to do like the cheat meals or whatnot. So when I'm home, I eat clean and I use the outings to indulge.
Yeah. I like a nice gourmet pizza. So when I'm ready to a nice gourmet pizza. I actually like to be fancy and eat the pizza with knife and fork.
No, Chris. No.
Yes, I mean, there's sugar in that. To have, carbs in that. To have everything in that.
Moderation.
But yeah, so guys, we don't want to sugarcoat things here. See what I did there?
Yes. We saw.
Corny.
Great job.
We don't want to sugarcoat things here, right? Anybody who says they don't like sugar, they're lying, right? It is a lie. It is extremely delicious. It's addictive. You want it in almost everything. I'm sure if we could all eat it in copious amounts, we would. But the fact of the matter is, too much sugar is bad, right? And too much of the wrong sugar is bad, even worse, right? Even with the natural sugars from fruit and veggies or whatever, even eating that in moderation.
Yeah.
You dig? So, how do you know if you're eating too much sugar? How you all know? What does your body tell you? Well, that's what we're here today for. You break out?
Yes. When I eat too much sugar, I could tell because my skin don't cooperate.
Yeah. Sometimes my skin will really look blotchy one day.
Because it's
and
dehydrated.
Next week,
sugar does that.
It's nice and supple. So, I mean, it really does. The food you eat affects your parents in a big, big way. So, y'all, what we talking about? How does sugar affect your body? I would like to say, the most obvious thing is weight gainer. The most obvious thing is weight gain, or you're struggling to lose weight. For me personally, there was a point in time telling all my bad habits, boy.
Go through, Chris. This is a safe place.
Gosh. All you know, I don't like to cook, right? Home girl could cook, And I could follow a recipe to a T and make it come out just like the recipe. But all your girl don't like to cook. And if I do not have a boyfriend, I don't need to cook. It's just me. So I will order food. I would do what I have to do. I'll still eat how I want to eat, but sometimes I will slip and slide. This was during the slip and slide. This is quite recent.
This was the slip or the slide?
This is the slide. Like slide all the way down. All your girl went through a month of just level Royal Castle and KSC, boy. Remember that period where porn set a weight? Yeah. I don't know if you all noticed, but my weight fluctuates. Yes, you do. My weight fluctuates drastically, quite a lot. Right?
Not more than mine.
You could see, watch Neicy, you had that. Yeah. But you would see me this month, and I would look nice and slim and trim, and then next month, and like a Oompa Loompa, overweight Oompa Loompa.
Exaggerated. She's exaggerated.
All people have to do is go and look at our Instagram, and they will see the differences inside.
You see it, and you're like, see what, Chris?
Oleo go, la umera. But
okay.
seriously, my weight does fluctuate. And it was during the time when you remember, you only slapping my bum, see saying, Krystal, you're looking so big and thick and this and that.
Recall.
She didn't use the word big unless she was referring to the
I
bum.
don't recall hitting any buttocks.
Okay.
And
but if you did, you were referring to the bum and not the size on the hole.
Yes.
So you see, she misconstrued the whole thing and then
yes.
talk about her size.
No, but it's true. So during that time where I ate all that KFC and Royal Castle, I blew up. Yes, Shawna, I felt sick. I felt bloated, gassy. I felt like, and the reason to why I bring it up is I would always drink the soda with it, and I am dead set against soda. I'm also dead set against wasting food, and I would get our drinkers and be like, it's real sugar in there. Like, you want to drink that?
For a water, because you know we like to make ourselves feel like we eat doing healthy. When we pick up the unhealthy thing, you try to balance it off with a water. I had a friend would like buy the fast food and then say, "Could I have a Coke Zero, please?" You know,
See, like Coke Zero.
Well,
Wow.
you know, like that movie on Netflix where the guy ate all the fast food and then like showed the differences in his body. Like within a month
a movie or a documentary?
Documentary. Okay. He documented the differences in his body and stuff.
Wow.
Like that was what went on with me with the KFC. And a lot of buttons along here and just bloatedness, my belly, everything. It was just a mess. And then all I did was stop eating the KFC so regular, and all of a sudden my weight came back down. I mean, you all could tell, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just weight gain, struggle to lose the weight after, and then my gut.
And thankfully, you have good genetics because you know some people in a
They don't
situation
recover.
1 month to Royal Castle and it's all over.
I may have a decent.
It's all over. Ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
My metabolism might still be working decentish, but you see that fupa that we have in front there, I can't get rid of that boy.
Because sugar, that is the home of sugar. Sugar likes to store in this mid area.
Yeah.
When you eat a lot of like flour and stuff, that's how I found out that it processes and breaks down that sugar, because when you eat, your diet is heavy in flour, like pasta and all these different things. That's where it's storing. But people who drink a lot of beer, sugar. When it processes and it comes down to it, it's sugar.
What about you? Another way.
You feel drowsy, fatigue.
Oh gosh.
Lethargic, lazy.
Yo, you know how when you eat sugar, it takes you up,
and then
then boom,
I hate that crash feeling.
Yeah, that's what goes
Man,
on.
I
When you
like
eat healthy sugar. You know, some people be like, I feel a little sluggish. I mean, just get a little spike, and you eat whatever, you get a spike. But
it's a temporary thing.
You go up, and then the crash is longer than the peak.
Real depression, you know.
Yeah.
Listen out. It's not even funny. That is why it's so much like a drug, because when you take that sniff, not from experienced people, we don't condone drugs here. But, you know, you see from movies and saying, you know, people be like, Krystal, do drugs. No, we don't do drugs.
Say no to drugs.
Say no, crack is whack. Like Whitney, crack is whack. But you know, people you do that, and you know they say that the powder is an upper, so you ting and it just that and then you just come crashing down. That's how sugars make me feel. Just the thought of sugar, just the thought of eating this watermelon right now gives me joy. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you think about the sugar and it's like you know, like that.
I don't really associate sugar with watermelon though.
Yeah.
Well, it's a natural sugar.
But I know what you mean, like if probably cake or something.
Yeah, my sugar
like,
is
you know,
more
they that chocolate.
cookies,
What is it?
ice cream, cake.
What is the cake? When they have
ice cream and cake.
Layers.
Yeah, with the like the real dark chocolate.
Oh, they don't do me that, no, man. Oh,
like
they
a
don't do me that,
forest
no,
cake, something. I
man.
forgot the name of it, but that
Calm thyself.
Ice cream sandwich to just give me some. Ooh.
What's ice cream sandwich? Just
Ice
anyone
cream
from flavor, right?
No, it have other kinds too. But here now, bro, oh, don't do me that. Don't do me that.
Yes.
Listen, sugar brightens my life. Everything looks more colorful when I consume sugar. The yellows just look more yellow. The pinks more pink. The white bright.
And
Right,
then
it gets you happy for a moment.
Yeah, just like drugs.
Oh
like
my
an upper.
gosh. It is.
And you
It
get
is
the
addictive.
energy, and I could, you know, sometimes you know, you eat some Skittles and it's on the computer, and you have all this energy, and then
the crash.
everything grey.
Yeah.
went after the crash.
I don't have much
Everything
of a
green.
the sugar rush anymore because my body like, listen, I'm in control.
Oh,
I'm
fine.
gonna give you what I choose to give you. But you see that time of the month, all that
Right, all that shit goes out of the window.
Like at that time of the month, it's
Serious?
just like,
I
yes,
eat a double stuffed Oreo on my
cravings.
period.
I just have
so different.
cravings for sweet. It is be between 1 minute sweet, 1 minute sodium, 1 minute sweet. Yeah,
Sweet and
A
salty,
week
yes.
before that time,
Mm.
and during that time, I am the healthiest eater that you would ever see.
Nah.
There's nobody eating. What are you having, Shawna? You want your cappuccino? Like, if my dad in the kitchen, you want your no thanks, I'll be having ginger tea with saffron. Like, all of a sudden. Water, ginger tea with saffron.
yeah.
I'm not eating particular things. No salt, no sugar, nothing.
I
Because my
tried.
system just needs to be cleansed.
I
Really?
have tried, and
Else I will
during that
die.
time when them cramps hit, that is when I going downstairs in our shop. This be like the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
The easiest thing, and I could go through like a tray of cookies with like nothing, and then after I'll sit down there feeling guilty, like you see.
Oh yeah. Snickers though.
Oh, yes.
Snickers though. Oh, Twix.
That was a favorite
And
of
you
mine.
know they stopped selling Butterfinger in Superfarm. I could have died. Seriously, they stopped it. Like completely discontinued it. I ain't feeling that vibes. Superfarm, do better.
Do better.
But I mean, yeah, we could. We want all this sponsorship too.
Probably Chris was the only person buying the damn thing.
Right?
He wasn't
Yeah.
selling, so you know.
All you want to hear what
Yes.
the people saying.
What we people say.
What we people saying. We have Gail de Nobrega in the house.
Hi.
She says, "Pleasant afternoon, ladies."
Hi,
Hi,
hon.
Gail. Right, and then we have who is this? Oh gosh, oh yeah, Manasseh McDavid. He says, "Yep." All right, bro. That's somebody
I know
new.
the person. Call him manage.
Welcome.
Call him manage.
Manage.
Yeah, call him manage.
Manage. Big up you. Big up you. We have Macasey Glodden saying good afternoon, ladies. Hi, Macasey.
Hi, girl.
All right. Him. Swear.
Hi, guy.
Firewolf Butter said, greetings, ladies, and everyone. Blessed day. Thank you, Firewolf, and saying to you. Fabian Birch is in the house saying, my middle name. He says, my middle name is Sugar. Right? We have managed saying, Neicy, all you're fighting me today, girl. Sweetness is life. Well, I hear that.
He has a
It's a
company
struggle.
that does a really boss red mango. Selma the Lights, big up you.
So he wasn't joking.
Yes.
Sweetness is life,
Is
man.
life.
Oh, my.
Selma the Lights.
Oh,
the
my.
red mango.
Hello, bring some of that sweet mango. let me review it on the show.
You want a taste?
We have Simeon Mendez. Is he new?
Hi.
Hi,
But
Simeon.
Shawna knows him.
Hey. He says all carbs are sugar. Sugar shuts
Yes.
down our brains. Well, boy, shut me down. Because I've been, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
It's a constant struggle. You know, like your walk with Jesus is a constant struggle with temptation. That is what sugar like.
I feel like my walk with sugar worse than my walk with God, boy.
It's a sin.
Yeah. And then we have Shannon, Madam Director in the house. Hey. She says, nah, but them those premenstrual
That's what I
cravings just have me in a
saying.
chokehold.
Yo.
I telling all you, double stuffed Oreo is like I have to eat that on my period. It's ridiculous. We have King Stoney now coming in and he says, also, hit that like button as you enter. Big up you, King Stoney. Big up you, King Stoney. Yes, I. Oh my goodness. Yes. Y'all hit the like and share button, man. The more the merrier.
Do the thing.
Our beautiful guest just entered. Oh my gosh, we can't wait. We have a special something planned for you guys. So keep it locked.
And it's
Keep
not
it
a
tight.
sugar giveaway. We're not giving away.
We're not
sugar.
condoning that sugar.
Right?
Well, all your Caribbean sugar in it. We have a giveaway coming
That's
up.
the exception. Only
What
Caribbean.
else? Oh my gosh. We have another one with regard to sugar. We have cavities. Well, that is a good giveaway, right? Sugar, cavities. You got to take care of your teeth. Make sure that you do the cleanings and that kind of thing. Get the fillings if you have a cavity and all that jazz.
Yep.
Right? That's an obvious one, though.
Yeah.
What else?
Affecting your digestive system. I mean, we
How
sort
so?
of,
Gut health.
we
Gut
sort of
health.
spoke about that, but
Gut health.
I feel it. Like Chris mentioned, you actually feel different.
Yes.
You're sluggish, your
Bloated.
system bloated. Then there are times where the sugar would even then translate to diarrhea. Like you're getting Yeah,
Wait, what?
Because when you're not eating properly and your digestive system is not, it's an
'cause
overdrive as you mentioned.
It's either slowing down because they're trying to figure out how
It's
to process
overworking.
this.
It's under pressure.
Yeah, it's under pressure.
So
I've never gotten diarrhea from sugar. I've gotten diarrhea from milk, the lactose side of things.
No. So diarrhea is one, and sometimes just feeling sick. Like sometimes my stomach just feeling off, for no reason,
bloat,
and
yeah.
you can't really figure out. To
What's
pinpoint.
something that could help that, like a probiotic or something?
Eating less sugar. Thanks, Ananias.
Yeah, you see what
By the time eating less sugar,
by the
Krystal.
time you reach to like a
Just do what you gotta do, Krystal. Just do
a
what you gotta
probiotic
do.
is like you've done mash up whatever going on and you're trying to course correct.
Yeah.
But how about you try to like do that with the dad? Because food is supposed to be healing.
You'll realize I ain't even trying to say stop the sugar. I just, how can we fix it?
How do we
Without
fix it?
eating, without stopping.
More water.
We can't fix the sugar because it's not a natural way that you're supposed to be eating. First of all, as I said before, they take out the fiber when they give you the sugar. And the fiber is supposed to help with that whole process of diluting the sugar in your system.
Fine.
Life is hard.
Katie C is saying, hey queens.
Hi, Katie.
She says, hey Ananias and listeners. She said, I doing all of the schooling on the metabolism, fitness, etc. And I still gonna buy that ice cream. Ice cream is big. Ice cream is big. All right? All you want us to do.
I try to have vegan ice cream. I try
vegan.
I have been on a mission to like replace every unhealthy thing in my diet with the healthy option. And I came across vegan ice cream.
So you feel best about yourself?
No.
Just like zero Coke.
No,
What
because
is
it's
Diet
nothing
Coke?
near to the original thing. Like my thing is, if it is a replacement, you see, I got fumbling first and depressed, right? If it's a replacement, it's supposed to at least have me thinking it's the real thing.
Yeah.
It's so far from it.
Exactly.
It's so far. I like, what is this?
Exactly.
What is this?
Am I eating the yogurt?
They give me the scoop and it's not even sitting on the cone how it's supposed to because it can't even hold together.
That brings us to the next point. That was a nice one. You know why? Because when you're eating too much damn sugar, nothing tastes as sweet anymore.
Yes.
Right? Nothing is as sweet, and it leads to more cravings for more sweetness and stuff. I'm telling you, listen, all you need to taste my morning tea, by tea the body. It's ridiculous.
In
I
what
have
way?
a friend
It's
who
sweet. Serious?
Listen,
Sweet.
I have a friend who's like a fitness buff. Sometimes I just doesn't even want to talk to him because when he come by me, he's open my fridge. Started getting depressed. Like, okay. And he reached the point like he was like he loved yams. Why? Because it's sweet. He takes sugar out of his diet so much that now his taste is tailored to like natural
that
sweetness.
does make sense.
I still waiting to taste the sweet yams because it's not sweet to me. It's not sweet at all.
I want to read this for you all, specifically when it comes to craving the sweetness, right? So if you're craving sweets and you become addicted to the feel-good effects of the sugar on your brain, right? That pleasure center is called, listen to this, it's called your mesocortical limbic pathway. Let's go again. That pleasure center that gives you that endorphins and all of that when you eat the sugar is called your mesocortical limbic pathway.
I don't have
right?
that. I don't
Triggering
have
a
that.
rise in the so-called happy hormone, also known as dopamine.
I don't have that.
Oh,
I don't have that.
That is being Prince. Because the way I feel, and you all know, all your girl deprived in other certain pleasurable areas of life.
How we reached there, Chris?
We know. We share it today. Okay. Right? Well, all your girl had to take the pleasure where she can get it.
So you just take water, you take across to the next side, you just live it on that side.
That said, my mesocortical limbic pathway is on fleek. It's on fleek.
I hear you, girl. I can't be mad. It's really a joyous.
That's why I love that Caribbean.
Listen.
Inside joke.
Inside joke, which will remain here. Guys, sorry. We'll save that one for next day.
You have to excuse us. Our guests probably wondering what is going on.
What is going on? But Chris, I hear you. Because sometimes I sit down and work. The day not going so great. Just a regular day. And my co-worker just come and made some cookies. And she bring it for me. And I just
Devil is a liar.
light up. Seriously, bring cookies for me. Thank you. Take and you're just happy. So, you know. I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
It's a real struggle.
It
For
is
me,
a struggle.
It's when you're trying to fast. Like I had an experience where I tried to fast from sugar. I lasted how much? Like about 18 days. But
That's a
I
lot.
noticed during that period, like sugar was always around.
Always
People
around.
would come. All of a sudden, friends who don't normally buy your snacks want to offer to buy
Yes,
your
just
snacks.
Lurking and
Right?
taunting
You go
you.
to places, they just have a sweet table there with cakes.
Yeah.
And I had to be like, I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm strong.
They're like, Neicy, eat
You have to say, I rebuke this demon. I rebuke.
Shawna. I swear. Oh my gosh.
Next one though is, you wanna go ahead?
No, you go, darling.
That I recognize when I have too much sugar is
Shawna had too much sugar now, you know. Shawna hype.
always. The Lord knows. You all are so skinny out a little pot belly. It needs to go away.
Because
You
of
have
the
a pot
sugar.
belly.
What?
If you have a pot belly, it's sugar.
You know, Shawna want to pound me talking about I always complain about my weight and I'm
just kidding.
Shawna is as slim as they can get, and she complains about having a non-existent pot belly. Where's this pot belly?
Yeah.
I don't even have to. Anyway, I don't even have to edit Shawna most of the times.
We edit?
We
We edit?
We edit?
No, actually,
We
no.
don't
No, we
edit,
don't.
Chris.
No. Of course not.
Chris, what's that sugar glitch? We don't edit over here. We are natural.
I cannot.
No, anyway, I was about to say,
Think we should cut to commercial with that one.
you really want a break? I feel like sugar, when I have too much, sometimes you just get a little moody and
Irritable. Oh, yeah, totally.
So,
I just be hyper.
and then
I just be
one of the
bouncing.
research studies was actually showing that the sugar does affect your mood, you know. So, and it could affect your mood in such a way that you could eventually have depression.
Yeah.
You know, so we really have to be mindful of the things that we put into our bodies, because clearly there's an outcome. We're just so caught up in the, what's the word again? In the movie. That word that confused a few.
Mesocortical limbic pathway. Oh my God, did I remember that?
Come again?
Mesocortical limbic pathway. I did. Yeah.
Come now. You need to teach me. Break it down in syllables.
Mesocortical limbic
Cortical limbic
pathway.
pathway. Mesocortical limbic pathway.
Mesocortical
Olympic.
Olympic.
Like, oh yeah, we could use Olympic to remember.
Yeah,
But it's
meso.
Olympic.
Olympic.
Sugar
Right.
Olympics.
These
You
girls.
see, you can teach, man. That's good strategies.
Oh my God, ladies.
So, mesocortical limbic pathway.
Pathway.
Hey, mesocortical.
It triggers the
Pathway.
pleasure center after eating sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
That's why
So-
it's called like food orgasm, no?
Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, that's probably why it's good.
Probably.
All
So
right, okay.
temporary
We listen
happiness,
Krystal.
and then we just depress. Kind of life
Yeah.
is that, boy?
What kind of life
You
is
go
that?
from
not a good life.
you go from a tigger to EO.
All right. On a more serious note, we all know that too much sugar increases your risk of type 2 diabetes.
Yes.
All right. I mean, leading to obesity and all these things. Of course, fat around your organs and all of that. But what it really does is prolonged high sugar consumption could really drives you to resist insulin. Right, which is the hormone produced by the pancreas that helps you to regulate your blood sugar levels.
Yep.
So insulin resistance can cause your blood sugar levels to rise and increases your risk of diabetes. So that, on a more serious note, let's get real. And also cancer, where we all know cancer feeds on sugar and that kind of thing.
Acidic body.
Yes, and an acidic body as well. Perfect environment for cancer and all that jazz. So yeah. Any more?
These long-term
I want to tell these people how they could reduce their sugar intake. Now, if we're going to go through it a little bit, I mean, because the next thing is, if we're eating too much sugar, what can we do to fix that? Right? What can we do?
Start reading
Probiotics?
nutritional facts.
You could swap soda drinks and juices and all that concentrate stuff that Neicy was talking about earlier, seltzers and all of that. You can drink water.
Yeah.
Or as
Drink
my friend
unsweetened
says,
tea.
eat your juice.
Yeah.
Like, how you eat the orange?
Yes,
Yes.
eat your fruit. My grandmother
eat your
always
juice.
said that.
Yeah,
Just
eat
Use
your
raw
juice.
unfiltered honey instead of sugar and sweeteners and that kind of thing.
Drink your tea plain.
Drink a lot
I
of
had
water.
to do so by default because my staff members had no damn sugar. So I had to drink the tea bag plain the other day, and I struggled, but
You struggled.
they said eventually you get accustomed
I got
to it.
used to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that bad, and you're able to enjoy the tea and taste the nuances and the the subtle different taste in the tea and that kind of thing.
One of the biggest switch for me was eating for nutrition versus taste.
Right.
Like switching your diet, like
so it's a mindset.
And it's a real different kind of mindset because it's not food. Eating is not about fun anymore. It's about how your body gonna feel after. Like if like when you eat a meal and you want to sleep after, that says something about the meal. Because after you eat, you're supposed to be your most energetic self.
It's true.
So if you eat and then your next thing is I need to sleep, that's your body slowing you down to process whatever you just put in it. And I started to just eat. For nutrition.
Think just like myself, a lot of people struggle because we don't see the short-term effects, right?
It's true.
A lot of times we eat unhealthy and we good because we're young and we're going through life and long-term come now on your foot thing and it's a stroke, this and that and problems here and diabetes and
forgetfulness.
Such a problem.
Brain fog is a thing now for me, which is crazy.
And that's when you become serious because like I use my dad as an example. He wasn't having a lot of water. He actually says he doesn't really need to drink water throughout the day that much. He said he doesn't feel for it. So I was like, all right, he's been living this way, he's fine. And then I told you my dad had surgery and stuff because it was of hemorrhoids, so again that is from the lack of water and feel like
by the time you actually feel your body tells you drink water, you're already dehydrated. Like by the time you're supposed to be drinking water before your body tells you, hey, you're thirsty. By the time you're drinking it, when your body tells you that, is because you're already dehydrated.
Wow. Another thing is, if you're a yogurt eater, don't be buying the sweetened yogurts or buy the plain yogurt and cut up some fruits, some strawberry, some banana, some pineapple, and add it in there. Maybe a little touch of unfiltered honey, and you have exactly what you're going to be buying in the grocery store.
And use some olive oil on your salads. You don't have to use all that garlic dressing. You could use some olive oil or some vinegar. Just different little
it actually tastes good.
It does.
Yeah.
Something I try to do is have a fruit a day. Like, don't let the day pass without you having something natural. Like, especially if you're now getting into trying to eat healthy. Like replace as we mentioned, the juice and the soft drink with water as much as you can, or even if you can't, dilute it. Like don't just pour it from the box and drink, as it's like half cup of juice, half cup of water, dilute it. Try to replace like snacks with fruits, or even healthier versions of fruits like nuts and these kind of natural
whole grains and that kind of thing.
Stuff like that.
I see people making their smoothies and stuff, which is great. And if it's all natural fruits and a little almond milk or whatever, fantastic. But when I see people using packaged fruit, it irks me because it defeats the whole purpose. Like, why doing it? You know what I mean?
Why doing it?
For me, once it's in a pack, no, it's a no for me. Serious? Go to the greengrocer and get your fruits now.
Sometimes it's a gradual
I don't trust none of them. Once it comes in a pack, something, and especially to keep it so that it doesn't expire too quickly. They must put something in that to preserve it longer. Why are you buying pre-packaged fruit? What is wrong with going to the greengrocer and getting fresh fruit for your smoothie? Like, that irks me so much. I don't understand. Like, I like my sugar, I'm not gonna lie. But if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna eat right and stay away from sugar, do it right. Why doing it? Don't be buying the pre-packaged fruit. That makes no sense to me.
Sometimes it's like a gradual build, because like me today with my fitness and health journey versus a year ago, it's gradual. So if you went from not doing the smoothie to, even if it's pre-packed, do your thing for a while and then just keep climbing that nutritional
that trajectory to health and wellness.
Exactly.
Another thing is avoid alcohol. I know there's a hard one, huh? Avoid alcohol. And if you have to do the alcohol, at least try the alcohol without all the juices and the extra
red wine
honey and the extra sugar.
Red wine's good for your heart. No, I'm talking about not the sweet red wine, like a nice Merlot or Capsule.
You lost me, Chris. You left me when you went to that space.
Okay, fine. Any chance to sneak the little sugar in there?
And act like I know.
Okay. One last thing before we go to commercial. Do you agree? Shop the perimeter of the grocery store. I realized too, and when I thought about it, almost every grocery store, when you look at all the healthy stuff, all the natural stuff, well, the so-called natural stuff is on the edge.
Yes.
And all the fake food is in the middle. Shop the perimeter. You should probably get everything. Yes.
Make your grocery list and you walk in. Like, yes, you're ready for war. You know, you pass it all them samples, people.
Yeah. You'll get all your fruits, your veggies, your meats, your leaves, your eggs, all of that in the perimeter of the grocery store. And then as you go toward the middle, that is when things become synthetic and unhealthy and all that jazz.
And when you go into cash, don't even look at that sweet lane. Like, don't even stay far. Make the side of the cross and you just...
And granola instead of frosted flakes.
Yes. Oh, gosh, that's a good one.
Granola.
Those
things
rolled
are
up
good
oats
ones.
and stuff. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
It's about the swapping out, like taking stock of what you normally eat, like pay attention to what you eat, and then started like swap it out. So as I said, like for me, that was the easier part. Like just trying to get healthier alternatives.
As much as I like the sugar too, the fact is I would eat it closer to my period. That's when I, so I don't keep the snacks in the house, like the sweet snacks, but I would go ham during my period. But in my fridge, all you would see is bran flakes, oats, muesli, and a set of almond milk.
Right.
Yeah.
What is muesli?
Muesli is a mix of whole grains, like all kinds of nice, good stuff in there. Sunflowers, all kinds, sunflower nuts, sunflower seeds, or whatever. Help me, pumpkin seeds and all. It's just a callaloo of everything, all the nuts, the oats, the greens.
You know what's actually healthy? Well, depends on how you prepare it, but I didn't know that's like popcorn. And I'm not talking like with all the butter and stuff. Yeah, popcorn is actually healthy.
We actually have someone who knows this stuff in here. Is that
with
true?
the butters and the oils and the...
Yeah,
it's so our guest is saying it's a better alternative.
My gynecologist gave me a list because I was getting like really bad cramps, and she gave me like a list of stuff to incorporate, especially during that time of the month. Made a big difference.
Nice.
Oats was one of them. Cinnamon and all these different things. Yeah.
Nice. Well, people, there you have it. We try to make it short and sweet for y'all. Are you eating too much sugar?
Yes, you are.
Well, we all guilty of it. Sugar's in everything. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. But of course, we're gonna go to commercial now so that we can keep on this health and wellness train. We have a special guest in our midst, and she's coming up shortly after the break. So keep it locked to Island Girl Talk right here on OURradio.fm.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Come to my place, baby, let's have a staycation. Let me take you away on a vacation. Please don't get lost when I send you my location. I got a place for you, baby. Please say yes, and if not, maybe.
You got that mind that will lead me. I might go astray. Aye. Let me rest my head on you, baby, before we leave, okay? I can get over the feeling. I can get over the way I can get over the way you lie.
Come to my place, baby, let's have a staycation. Let me take you away on a vacation. Please don't get lost when I send you my location. I got a place for you, baby. Please say yes, and if not, maybe.
Champagne pop, all in my cup. Call my baby day. Lights go down and you turn up. Pull up and I'll be waiting. For you.
Yo, Steffi, have a couple of things you feel learn as a frequent flyer. You have to buckle up for the ride of your life when you reach the empire.
You know how me love how you twerk it, love how you work the gear stick, put it in first and back a reverse. Will me I get to the ends of the earth for what it a worth. Me give you my heart, as long as you give me your heart. To one never desert me, never you hurt me. Treat you as a woman I love, a woman I virtue. Not another woman on earth me I put above you. Never know me alone, make your lifestyle better.
Light it up, Rihanna, let we go one time. Take a little puff, what's yours is mine. Every day taking over my mind. Oh my mind. Rough it up, give it to me how I like it. Handle it, give me your undivided attention, baby.
Come to my place, baby, let's have a
staycation.
Let me take you away on a vacation. Please don't get lost when I send you my location.
I got a place for you, baby. Please say yes and I'm not maybe. Yeah. Champagne pop, all in my cup. Call my baby. Yeah. Lights go down and you turn up. Pull up and I'll be waiting. Pull up and I'll be waiting for you. Pull up, baby, I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you, yeah, yeah. I'll be waiting for you. Pull up and I'll be waiting for you, yeah. He sent my afro like the night sky. All the constellations in my eyes. Caramel dripping, melanated. Luscious, delicious, undiluted. Look at my hair, look at my skin. Camera zoom in, look at the skin. Like it's a spectrum, Penny got the shade. Winning every deck, no you can't show no shade. I got the melanin on feet. Soon as I watch me, just get sick. Dropping in my DM so weak. Got a melanin on feet. So we got the vibes on the old basement. Girl, where you come from, Trinidad. Your body's so good, but your wine so bad. Bad, 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 bad. I got the melanin on feet. Soon as I watch me, just get sick. Dropping in my DM so weak. Got a melanin on feet. So we got the vibes on the old basement. Girl, where you come from, Trinidad. Your body's so good, but your wine so bad. Bad, 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 bad. Say my lips look like Lupita. Wanna fly me out to Africa. Want me to meet a spine mama. Say I look richer than Wakanda. Look at my glow, look at my eyes. I am the trophy, you want the prize. Well, be my lover, be my best friend. Love that we got, he don't want it to end. I got the melanin on feet. Soon as I watch rain, just get sick. Dropping in my DM so weak.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
He sent my afro like the night sky. All the constellations in my eyes. Caramel dripping, melanated. Luscious, delicious, undiluted. Look at my hair, look at my skin. Camera zoom in, look at the skin. Like it's a spectrum, Penny got the shade. Winning and every deck. No, you can't join a share. I got my melanin.
And we're back with more Island Girl Talk. We're your hosts. I'm Krystal Khayne.
Trinidad Shawna.
Neicy.
And of course, it's time for our new guest, right? And it's time for our Island Girl Spotlight segment with the lovely Jenna Camacho. The owner, CEO, founder of JCAM Fitness. And you all know this is a show about women. JCAM focuses on women in her fitness regime, pregnant women, pre and post pregnancy, nutrition for same, just all up in that. You know what I mean? And the results she gets is astounding. I have a friend, Shivi. Her name is Siobhan. Siobhan will be on the show in the future. And Siobhan's body, the results, Jenna was able to put a camera on Jenna. Jenna, I want this camera to be on Jenna. The results Jenna got in Siobhan. Listen to me. Olya, we have to give that. We have to go by Jenna for at least a month. And see what she could do. Right?
I love it.
See what she can do for us.
She had us although we didn't finish. But we were doing one of her famous Instagram challenges. The legs.
I reached day 14 and couldn't
about
make again.
Day 18 and I couldn't walk. I was like, listen, I built for this.
Listen, the detail that this woman puts into the female body, she could literally sculpt your body into exactly how you want it. And I've seen the proof. I've seen the light. When I decide to work out again, whenever that may be, right?
I was getting a nice little butt, you know. For them 18
gosh,
days,
she can build that butt, you know.
And then after, I just fell off and the butt left.
Neicy, she can build that butt.
Yeah.
She could
I
build
was
it
getting that
proper.
butt. I was feeling it. I was like,
I saw Jenna build Boomsy on slim girl, slimmer than you. I'm telling you, because Chevy is about your size or probably even smaller.
Okay.
And the butt on Chevy is, listen,
natural butt too, eh?
Natural.
I have hope then.
Natural. Yes,
you have hope.
You have hope. We shall try it. We shall try JCAM.
Yes.
Right?
I think we need to.
So Jenna, big up you.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
Of course. So of course, we want to start like how we always start. Jen, give us a little bit of your history, you know, just, you know, how did you get to this point where you wanted to just turn your whole life over to health, wellness, nutrition, and all that? Because we know you had a completely different start and career.
Yes. Well, I actually started off pretty much in the corporate world. And it was the traditional story. You know, you go to high school, then I studied at UE. I did chemical engineering. And then I got a job in Point Lisa's estate where I worked for about 7 years. And everything was safe, you know, financially stable, loved my job, everything that my parents wanted me to do. And yeah, I guess I just wasn't happy. You know, something just felt like it was missing. And I knew that fitness was my passion. I think at that point and stage of my life, I was just scared to take the leap, you know, because it's not what you would think traditionally you would do, you know?
Yes, I hear that. So tell us, like, so you mentioned that you were a chemical engineer, right? What was the catalyst though? You weren't happy. You were
she
secure.
was happy. She said she was.
I was happy.
She was happy.
I was, yeah, I was happy, but yeah, I knew, yes.
Right.
I think that, you know, every spare second of my time, I was doing something with fitness. I ended up, I literally spent every second other than work doing something either with myself, helping somebody else. I was training. I didn't even realize I was training people, you know. And I just thought to myself, I said, you know, I want to be happy. I'm young. This is the time to make the jump, and I want to do something that I'm passionate about. I want to, well, at that time I didn't have kids yet, but this is what the story I want to tell. I want to tell them that, you know, I was brave and I did what, you know, I followed my dreams, you know, and I'm very proud of that because, I mean, God, if my parents heard this, they were a little upset at the beginning. You know, it's not what everybody, you know, and but yeah, I was brave and I did it. And I really, when I made up my mind, I really didn't care what anybody else thought. I was like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
We hear that. We hear that. Listen, we can relate. every woman here can relate to what you just said. And listen, she's inspiring to her. There are levels to this. Why Jenna is on today's show. This is an inspirational woman right here. Right? So, you've been in competitions and stuff. I've seen some really impressive pictures of you, right? In these fitness competitions, you know where they build up all their muscles, and then I bring them and they're like so and all the guns showing and all that. Our girl was all up in that. Tell us a little bit about that, Jen.
Well, actually, what is funny is that I started off being a runner, right? I ran a lot. I ran competitively, and I always kind of shied away from the gym and muscles, as I think a lot of us women are scared of lifting weights and getting bulky and that whole thing. So I really only did running and cardio, and it's only when I started to get into weights I realized, wow, this is really what changes your body. Because as fit as I was, I didn't look as fit as I was. You know what I mean? And when I started the bodybuilding, I actually started it, and then I got pregnant with my first daughter. And then, of course, the beast inside of me is like, you know what? When I have that baby, that's when I'll do it, And when I had my first daughter, I gave myself a goal, and I said, I'm going to go up for, one competition, which everybody's different, but for me, it was a bucket list thing more than anything. Right. It's not something that I would say
you want to do consistently.
I want to do. Yeah, it really was. It took a lot away from my family, and I guess this stage of my life now is a lot more about balance than it was when I was in my 20s, so I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but you never know. But it was a great experience, and I saw my body change in ways I never thought it could, and that has a lot to do with nutrition and the weights as well, because I didn't even run that much while I was training.
Amazing.
Nutrition.
Yeah, nutrition again. Sugar. Yes.
What is the most enjoyable thing about training?
Well, definitely getting to meet like the ladies that I meet. I mean, if you all come, you all will join that.
Oh, we coming. We definitely coming.
I meet so many different amazing personalities, and I think when I see someone reach their goal and accomplish what they want to, and kind of overcome mentally their own challenges, it really is a priceless feeling.
Yeah.
It really is a great accomplishment.
I need some of that right now. No, I've seen her work. I've watched J-Cam Fitness before I'm calling her J-Cam Fitness. I watched Jenna. Jenna, I've watched you for a very long time before she even knew who I was. And it was really because Shiv and I are close, right? I'm close with her brother and that kind of thing. So I follow her and I see what she does in terms of fitness and stuff, and I saw what you did with her body. I was like, my God, who is this girl? How did she do that?
Yeah,
this is what I need. You know what I mean?
Jana, would you say that when your clients come to you, did they already make up their mind that they want to do this thing and it's like a easier process, or you have to motivate and it's like sometimes they're not even there as yet?
Every stage. I mean, it is people that are ready, people that are halfway ready, people think that they're ready. And that's really where I thought that I'm doing this now for nearly 10 years. And I thought the hard part was the physical training, but it isn't. It's actually the mental part, because I have to motivate and I have to help people, get there mentally. Yeah. And sometimes it's not even, that might be the easier one. Sometimes it's to keep you there. Because think about it. It's easy to say, I make up my mind, I have carnival. Yeah. What about after carnival? What about when you don't have a goal? Yes,
a
exactly.
Than a trend or for a particular
so
thing.
it is hard. It's been, it's really been having to adapt. And you can't, what might work for you mightn't work for you. So what, I could bring out in you, I have to use a different strategy for somebody else. So it is all part of the experience and getting to know the personalities.
Well, we love the fact that your niche is you have a strong focus on women, and particularly women like who might be, after they got pregnant, they want to bounce back, the pre-pregnancy work or the post-pregnancy. Tell me what exactly was that something that you set out to do intentionally? It just happened?
No, it kind of happened. I think it happened while I was pregnant because I realized that I didn't have anything to do pregnant. And yes, there was the yoga, the pregnancy yoga. But for somebody that is a fit person, I didn't have any outlet to continue my fitness, and then you're scared because you don't want to do anything that could jeopardize your pregnancy and the baby. So that kind of sparked the getting that certification, and I said, I really want somebody that starts with me, even if it is that they're in their 20s, they could train with me while they're pregnant, after they're pregnant, after their fourth child, they could. So every stage, every aspect, I want to be able to really cater and be knowledgeable enough that you're comfortable to stay with me throughout.
Amazing, because I've never seen anyone, and even if they did, they didn't promote themselves. It wasn't out there, but I've never seen anyone commit to the female body the way Jenna has. Yeah. And like we said, pre and postnatal as well. Like she can cater to you at any stage during pregnancy. You don't have to stop, like she said, and do nothing, and post pregnancy, and she's good at it too because, like she said, she's been there. So I mean, kudos to you, darling.
Thanks.
I'm just trying to work up the gumption to come. I know that I'm coming to see you. I know that, and I'm bringing these ladies with me too because I don't want to do it alone. But as soon as I come, I listen, this girl gonna have me looking real better.
Better.
Right? I don't think people are ready for a fit Krystal, but anyway, let me cool it.
Same thing I say,
fitness, we coming by you, girl.
My mother always says, good thing you have no bottom,
Oh my goodness. Jenna could build that boomsee. Wow. Watch and see. Good and proper.
Then it's all over. Then y'all cannot speak to me.
You know how the people be like,
that's why
when I get fit, it's all over for you.
It's all over.
It's all
Shut down. Party done.
I walk in here and Chris say, afternoon, Shawna. Who are you?
Who are you? Did you see?
Do you see that behind? Do you see that behind? Look at it.
Jen, get used to it, sir. Get used to it. So tell us, what's new on the horizon when it comes to JCAM Fitness and Jenna Marie at large? Like, tell us what's next and what can we look out for?
Well, in the short term, I really want to be that one-stop shop. So I started providing meals. So I have the meal plans, I have online programs, I have meals now, I have a sauna. I mean, I really want to...
A sauna?
Yeah, it's just a sauna blanket. But basically, what I want to do is I really want to have that experience, that everything that you need is right there. And you really have no excuse to not reach your goals. Yes,
Trini's
exactly.
Like easy. They'll pay the money, just come one place and everything right there.
Yeah.
But in the long-term side of things, I feel as though I want my brand to really, help women. And I do want to touch on certain topics, especially we all know the social media and the high expectations that everybody has for us. And I really want to, find a way to focus on that real confidence and self-esteem and worth. And, just as a brand, that's what I want to promote, especially having two little girls, it's very important.
I love that. JCAM Fitness, building a legacy. I love that. All right. So lastly, Jen, right, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we move on? Because, guys, we have a treat for you all. It's in done. Right? We have more. Right? Is there anything else you want to tell the people?
No, I think you could go on to my Instagram. It's JCAM Fitness. All my information is there. I also have a WhatsApp catalog with everything that I offer. And if I need any information, you could message me.
Excellent. Jen, it's been a pleasure spotlighting you today. Let's just hear what the people in the chat room have to say. I know they had some stuff earlier saying, and then we're gonna come back with Jen and let me not give it away. Let's not give it away. But let's see what the people are saying. So we had KTC, that was the last one, and then we have Adventures with Lovey and Matt. She says, now join. Hey girls. She says, I'm actually cutting it out a lot now. She's talking about sugar because I consume a lot of sugar. I recently went to the dentist and extracted my sweet tooth, so I should be good. Not just the tooth, but her sweet tooth.
And my brain here trying to process that grades. Take it out.
Lovey, good luck with that, sir. Careful you don't develop a new one. We have King Stoney saying sugar also does serious damage to the filtration system in the kidneys. Well, yes. Yeah, we didn't have that as a point. Was that in there?
Well, that's the overworking of the digestive system.
Yeah. We have KTC saying you can replace sugar with honey and not drown it in honey. Yeah? Yes, unfiltered raw honey. I love that. Then we have her saying again, but also depriving yourself of the things you want is going to perpetuate a negative mindset towards food. Like you all said, everything in moderation. Indeed.
But that's replacements.
Lovey is back saying, yes, Katie, for real, I'm not cutting it out totally, but I'd have it in moderation. And then Kingston is back saying 13 and only 9 likes. Hit that like button, folks. Yes,
he
like and
to
share
Carrie.
this live.
He's related to Carrie.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hire him. He's our new spokesperson. Right? And Lovey is saying alcohol. What? Not alcohol. Fire Wolfman is saying cost is what stops most people from having fresh fruit versus frozen. Now, that is true. That is true. Because they have an agenda. They make all the healthy stuff expensive. That's why, we have to grow our own, in my opinion. Fire Wolfman says also some fruits do retain nutritional value, like frozen berries. Okay. All right.
Chris disagrees.
Right. We have Gina clapping and saying hi and giving us some blazers. And that's it. Shall we do a quick commercial or we want to just...
Yeah, we can do a commercial to give
Yes, we're going to do one very quick commercial. And we will be back with the lovely Jenna Marie from JCam Fitness, giving you guys a little routine, some tips. And we're going to use our guinea pig for the day. She doesn't like that word.
We have a guinea pig. We actually have a guinea pig in the studio.
She goes by the name of Neicy.
The guinea pig name is Neicy, not me.
And Jenna is going to make Neicy feel the burn. Guys, you don't want to miss this. Keep it locked right after this beautiful, lovely ad. Right? And we'll be right back right here on O.U.R.radio.fm.
I don't like the excitement.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Cause we just live it our life. We just live my life like it's golden. Living it up cause we're free. Doing it up cause we're young and dumb, and I can't believe this is real.
Can't believe that.
So damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Just so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Just live my life like it's golden.
Live it up.
Living it up cause we're free.
Live it.
Doing it up cause we're young and dumb, and I can't believe this is real.
Can't believe that.
So damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Just so damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
Open your eyes in the moment. Forget the worries you had as a new day, no chances of calling. Don't be afraid, feel the spirit, your journey is endless. Dust off your worries inside, take a chance and just live in the moment.
Live it.
Today is your day, so just own
Let's
it.
go.
Never be afraid to show us up.
Don't be afraid.
That's off all the hate and live it up.
Let's it out, let's it out, girl.
Worry less, set your mind free.
Set it free, let it fly.
For you cannot be, just let it be. Just take it easy.
Take it easy.
Clear up mind and help you on with the treaty. Don't worry about it today, it's not for no reason. I'm with them about it next week. Now I'm just focused on me, cause we just live my life.
live it up.
Living it up 'cause we're free. Doing it up 'cause we're young and dumb, and I can't believe this is real.
Can't believe that.
So damn carefree.
Care what? Care what?
So damn carefree.
Care what? Care what? You just gotta think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Mama, how are you? Everything good?
Island girl talk. When you see go on, Shawna? When you
To be
see?
a guinea pig.
Neicy, where you going?
To demonstrate.
Where we going? All right, put that camera on Neicy and the lovely Jake Cam. Yes, I. So y'all realize the guinea pig is Neicy with that awesome body.
Cause like a guinea pig ran out.
Come.
The real guinea pig
And
ran
nice
out.
with the camera. We not seen her. Flex them four. Flex that four pack. Flex it.
She looking like she working out at Jenna already, you know?
Yes, Jenna, you don't have much work to do with this one, girl. But
You're looking good. You're looking good.
So today, Jenna is going to show you guys how to do a little 5-minute lazy girl workout for the peeps like me and Shawna who don't like to work out for nothing. Yes, and we voted that Neicy is the one who's going to feel the burn today.
Amen,
right?
sister.
That's what you get for looking so good. So Jen, take it away, darling.
Okay, guys, so it's very simple. We're going to do a 5-minute workout. We have 5 exercises. That means that each exercise is going to be for 1 minute.
All right.
So I'm going to go through each exercise with you. You don't have to do the real 1 minute now, but later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing, we have a chair here, which everybody would have at, any your home, office, anything, and you're just going to squat on the chair. Okay. So you're going to open your legs a little more, right? And you're going to go down and squat. So let me see you. Right, beautiful. So give me a few more. Right, so this will be your first exercise. So you're doing this for 1 minute. Right, feels manageable? Yeah. Right, okay. Yes, the chair. And if you want it to be more difficult, you could just remove the chair and go lower. Right, so that is your first exercise. Your second exercise you're going to do is you're going to pulse squatting after. So instead of coming all the way up, you're just going to keep it low. So let's go again. Right, and you're going down and you're coming up to about right here and back down. Yeah, so that burn, beautiful. So that would be, you're just coming right here. That's your second minute. Your third minute now, you're going to
recover.
Ready?
Your third minute now, you're going to go down. So you're going down right just how your same squat, and you're going to stay right there. Right, don't touch the chair, just stay. And this will be your third minute where you just stay and enjoy the burn.
For the entire minute, boy?
Right, the entire minute. We only have 2 more minutes left.
Muscles, no muscle in my fingers too.
Right, exactly. Okay, so then we have 2 more. The next exercise, you're going to do a jump squat. So you're going to squat down onto the chair and jump up as high to the ceiling as you can. So you're going to go. Let me see you.
Neicy, you can do it.
Go, Neicy, go.
So you're going
Hype up.
Go, Neicy, go.
Okay, so we're going
down and you jump all the way up. Beautiful. Look at that. And that will be your 4th minute. And your last minute, seeing that we have to include some butt because that's what we have to do, right? We're gonna do.
Stand by with the Photoshop.
So we're gonna do the last minute would be a hip thrust. Now the hip thrust. Have you ever done a hip thrust before?
Yes.
Right. Exactly. So you go onto the chair would be where you're putting up to about here on the chair. So you go on. Come back down a little bit all the way. So only thing on the chair is right up here. So you're lying down on the chair basically. Right. Put your hands in a prayer position. Right. And we're going down and you're going to squeeze your butt to the top.
Ooh, that looks like
come
pressure.
up and squeeze. So down, come up, squeeze. Open your legs a little more. Right. And this would be your last 5 minutes.
Oh, you're not ready for this?
Yeah. Don't worry, Neicy. You won't be celibate for long after this exercise.
So that is an easy 5-minute workout. You could do it anywhere. You could make it harder if you have stuff at home, water bottles. You could hold some weights. If you have a band, you could put on a band. You could make it easier. You could make it harder.
Do the bands really make a difference?
Yes, of course. They help you activate your glutes more, which is a great thing.
Awesome.
So what muscles we just worked?
So we worked everything in your legs. The last exercise was mainly your butt, but all the other jump squats, you worked full leg muscles. The last one, yes. Because the last one, you isolated those butt muscles.
I'm sure a lot of the guys in the chat room would agree. Yes, guys. Jana, we want to thank you so much. We want to thank you so much for coming and just sharing a little bit of your knowledge with us. We enjoyed watching Neicy burn. Yes, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors. Put that camera back on Jenna for a minute there.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so
much. Ready?
Yes.
Let's see any chance.
Hey, stop giving the people false hope.
But Jenna, you're not done, huh? We still have our sip and spill segment coming up. So
all right,
Neicy, take us out now. Take us out. Look, she's feeling energized already.
Take us
out, Neicy.
Okay, you guys, stay tuned. We're going to be back with our steamy and spicy segment, and we're going to put Jenna in the what?
Hot box!
Stay tuned.
Oh God, I single again, I free up again, do drama again. Because this woman had me on lockdown, sees me like she is Krypton. Give me a vaccine, cause stay home. Every night I eat and I can't roam. Whoa, it's the same thing. Have me on little boy thing. Always up in your feelings. Can't take this shit, y'all are leaving. Whoa, no curfew again, no lockdown again. I'm single again, yeah. Well, girl, I don't care what you say. Hey, I live in your ass anyway. Boy, I pack up me things. I head on the door. Cause girl, I can't take it no more. Oh God, I'm single again. I free up again. Look drama again. Oh God, I'm single again. I free up again. Look drama again. Right now we outside behaving bad. Outside behaving bad. We jumping up and behaving bad. Jumping up and behaving bad. We outside behaving bad. Outside behaving bad. We jumping up and behaving bad. Jumping up and behaving. Finally I figure it out. What this woman was all about. All she care about is my money. And spotlight just call it clout. The woman dep on a hunting. Don't care about a damn thing. I not a no magic. Cause all of the girl them want me. Oh gosh. No curfew again. No lockdown again. I'm single again. Yeah. Well girl I don't care what you say. Hey, I live in your house anyway. Boy, I pack up me things. I head on the door. Cause girl I don't take it no more. Oh God. I'm single again. I'm free up again. Do drama again.
Bounce it. Girl, let me see you bounce it. Touch your toe, I control it. Like a turban, you roll it. Huh. Bounce it. Girl, let me see you bounce it. Touch your toe, I control it. So, wine up, it's a season. But good to have every reason. When you tip it on your wine and you triple on the line, never recast up, blow he whistle. Oh gosh, to touch double dribble. When you walk and wind down the middle, bumper on in my face, I'ma take a taste. Shoot my shot, I am missing. How you wiggling so, girl? Tell me, how you dribbling so, girl? How you wiggling so, girl? Tell me, how you dribbling so, girl? How you moving so, girl? Tell me, how you whining so, girl? Tell me, how you dribbling so, girl? Hey, bounce it. Girl, let me see you bounce it. Touch your toe like a troll.
Hey, hey, hey. I can't even fight the words. have plenty girls. I like how they getting on. Them y'all bend in the bed 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 all over. Y'all bend in the bed 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 all over. Ladies, start to walk it up, bend back and start to wind up. Hey, girl, I'm tempted to touch. You have everything that I want. Ladies, start to walk it up, bend back and start to wind up. Hey, girl, I'm tempted to touch. You have everything that I want. Mama, whoa, mama, yeah. Cause I look at the girl and them we side it cause the problems. Mama, whoa, mama, yeah. In the front, can you pay for that? Why not your waist, can you made for that? Oh, them girl, they never sober. Party go turn over, throwing waste all over. Whoa, when you see them in the party, them just get on dirty. Them girl get on ba 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 ba. Them girl bend in the bed 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 all over. Girl bend in the bed 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 all over.
You want to wind back, you want to push back, you want to bend that. You want to wind back, girl, roll it. You want to fling back, girl, hold it. Bend the thing, my girl, let's hold it. That bumper is exposed. You want to wind back, girl, roll it. You want to push back, let me hold it. Bend the thing, my girl, let's hold it. That bumper is exposed. She winding lower than low. She winding lower than low. She winding lower than low. It exposed. She winding lower than low. She winding lower than low. She winding lower than low. Girl, come and be me whining partner. Yeah. Girl, come and be me thing tonight. Huh. Yeah. And I just loving all your structure. I could have wine on you whole night. Oh, she whining high and she whining low. Whining fast and she whining slow. Bumper move like a wheelbarrow. Hey, hey, everybody know. Whining high and she whining low. Whining fast and she whining slow. Bumper move like a wheelbarrow. Oh, no wine in the party sing it. You want to wine back, girl, roll it. You want to fling back, girl, hold it. Bend the thing, my girl, let's hold it. That bumper is exposed. You want to wine back, girl, roll it. You want to push back, let me hold it. Bend the thing, my girl, let's hold it. That bumper is exposed.
We bold and brave, never nervous. I'm full of move like one big circus. We don't shell place with purpose. And we don't mix with other concern us. Pick up something and just come join us. That's done, we got party and clean up. Run me out and the drinks that chase us. When night and day, we gonna do it again. And again and again and again. And again and again and again. And again and again and again. When night and day, we gonna do it again. And again and again and again. And again and again and again. And again and again and again. And we batteries low right up full charge. Up in the air. Up in the air. Up in the air. Up in the air. Vibes of a sinking up in the air. Jabba still linking up in the air. Full charge. Up in the air. Up in the air. Up in the air. Up in the air. We have the place on. We have this. Hey. So let me go right back. Jump up, jump in the air. Let's up, let's in the air. Jump up, jump in the air. Let's up, let's in the air. Jump up, jump in the air. Let's up, let's in the air. Jump up, jump in the air. Let's up, let's in the air. And again and again. 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 I hear the drums beat and call us. Master the ancestors guide us. Reveling like Canbule riots. And tell it this say the ground fully rate us. We have designated tribals. Enough your time fully load up. Bang if you're afraid, girl, please don't join us. When night and day, we gotta do it again. And again and again and again. And again and again and again. And again and again. When night
So better man, just hold your gal. Cause I so fresh, your gal might leave you for me. Hold your gal, don't vex. I confident naturally. Hold your gal, every time you say me, I do it for the ladies. Hold your gal, brother man, please hold your gal. Cause she watching me like I have something for share. Gal, if you sleep, boy, I might give it to share. Cause she watching me like I have something for share. Gal, if you sleep, you know I will give it, give it. She wanna wine, wanna wine, wanna wine, wanna wine, wanna wine, wanna wine on me. I fling it up, 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 I fling it
fresh, your gal might leave you for me. Oh, the gal, don't vex. I confident naturally. Oh, the gal, anytime you say me, I do it for the ladies. Oh, the gal, brother man, please. Oh, the gal, cause she watching me like I have something for share. Gal, if you sleep, boy, I might give it to share. Cause she watching me like I have something for share. Gal, if you sleep, you know I will give it. Some man and them come in a body and they just want stand up there. Them gal and them come out to free up. The gal them want break away. Gal don't have no owner, is what black say. So when the rhythm start play and the gal start sway, better wine on shit. Boy, hold your gal, cause I so fresh, your gal might leave you for me.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
And we are back with more Island Girl talk. And guys, if you're just joining us, you've missed a treat. Of course, we're your hosts. I'm Krystal Khayne.
Shawna, Neicy.
And we have the lovely Jana Camacho in the house, aka J Camp Fitness.
Yes.
Right? Showing us some things, making Neicy feel the burn.
Yes.
J Camp was here to show us some nice little, routines. We can do some exercise routines, a 5-minute lazy girl exercise routine that we can do, for lazy people like me and Sean.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Have to go on the ground, Yes. Up there.
Right, so Jana Marie Camacho is the owner, founder, creator, everything of J Camp Fitness, which specializes in fitness, wellness, health, nutrition for women, pre and postnatal. So you could go by her before, you don't have to have kids, while you're pregnant, during your pregnancy, after your pregnancy, and well after that. She's just amazing. So put that camera on her, please, J Cam. Big up you, Jana. Big up you.
Thank you.
But you know what time it is. We can't have a guest and not put them in the hot box. Come on. So, ladies, what time is it? It's time for Sip and Spill. Cheers. Let's get Jenna in on this. Cheers, my love. And we are going to put Jenna in the hot box. But before... Yes, we have to take a sip.
Sip?
To set the mood before we set the mood.
OMG. But before we do... All right, before we do, let's tell you guys a little bit about our sponsor. Caribe Hard Cider. New look, new flavors, new taste experience. These gluten-free, all-natural hard ciders make every moment extraordinary. Enjoy the cocktail-inspired mimosa, the champagne-inspired brut, and the alternative with less sugar and the strawberry-flavored rose. Caribe Hard Cider, created with you in mind.
I like it.
And with
I'm
that,
loving this one.
We commence.
Let's go. Ready yourself, Jenna.
Jenna, ready yourself.
Ready yourself.
OMG.
So I'll start off nice and simple, right?
All right.
Do you feel as if your clothes is a part of your personality?
Yes.
All right. See? And
Care to divulge? What does it say? What kind of personality are your clothes?
All I wear is black. I asked Shannon. I
Girl.
could not find a color to come here today. This is me being wild. I'm wild right now in blue.
You go, girl. You go.
Hilarious.
Oh, Jenna with living on the edge boy and blue boy.
I have one.
Uh-huh.
What do you love the most in life?
My kids.
Of course. Such an easy one.
That was easy. That was
mommy.
easy. Yeah. Sorry, I wish I had something better.
Okay, I've got one for you. Were your parents good at being parents?
Yes, I think they were. I think they were times when you couldn't understand what they were doing, but now in retrospect, they were really, really good parents.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Do you find it easy to make changes in life?
No.
Do tell.
I think that especially for me, I like to be in control. So, change is hard for me, but with every change has brought about growth, and you see parts of yourself that you wouldn't have seen if it is that nothing changed, right? So
I like that.
I like that. I have a question for you. You ready for this, Jen?
I'm taking a sip.
Okay. If you had a chance to talk to God for 10 minutes, but you knew you would die immediately after, would you do it? We told you this is not going to be easy. We have some profound questions for you today.
But I had to die right after.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Tell us why. I feel I know what she's going to say.
She ready for that.
Yeah, because death would be. I just watched from scratch over the weekend.
I keep hearing about that show.
Watch it. So yes, you know that
it's a sign. Watch it. So I mean, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that you could talk to God every day, right? It's just in this situation, you're saying He's going to answer you back, right?
Yeah, having a conversation.
So I'm saying I'm going to stay with talking to Him every day, but still being here for my kids and stuff.
Right.
Right
I
now.
knew she was going to say that. She would have stayed for her kids, of course.
All
of
right.
course. Ladies?
What is your worst memory?
I know you're going easy.
It could be funny, it could be embarrassing, anything. Heartbreak, anything.
My worst memory.
Or one of them.
One of them. Oh gosh. Yeah, I guess heartbreak would be your worst enemy. Worst memory. Yeah.
I'm an enemy.
Yeah.
Virgin slipped there. Is the enemy too? Heartbreak is an enemy.
For sure.
Yes.
What is the best thing about your life right now?
The kids.
She started
I can't.
smile.
No, I can't keep saying kids. kids. Oh God, no, I really do love my job. I feel I don't feel like I've worked a day. So I wake up every morning. No, it's true. Like I wake up every single day and I'm excited to work. So
That's beautiful.
definitely.
That's beautiful.
Lady.
No, I
Okay,
know.
all
It's
right.
true.
I'm gonna steam it up, okay?
Steam it up.
Have you ever done it in a public place?
Oh my God, Shawna!
Shawna,
Yes. Yes.
But I'm excited to hear.
Shawna! Oh, really? Locally or foreign?
Locally.
Okay, we're not gonna ask anything further than
Why
that.
not?
No, we can't. No way.
This
No.
one was on Maracas.
Shut up!
Shawna, you drinking the Brutal even bought that today. Which one are you drinking?
I wanna cry! Shawna, no!
How much play fits I have? 3?
Okay.
One.
You see, she didn't even
I'm
play
going
the
to
flip.
pay this lady back.
All right.
I'm going to pay her back. All
I'm the
right.
referee.
I am spilling what has been spilled.
We are not asking the girl where. No.
Okay, fine.
No.
But if she wants to tell us, she can.
She's cut. She still has even answer. Okay, I have one. It's another deep one. If you could change your appearance to that of the most beautiful woman in the world, right? Perceived by certain standards. If you can change your appearance to that of the most beautiful person in the world, if it meant looking like a completely new person instead of an improved you, would you do it?
I don't like that question. I want to ask who, like who you'd see as the
I
most,
wouldn't do it either.
I don't like to know who. Like
I like me.
Yes.
Tell us why, Jen.
That she could build she own.
Yeah, I think I would definitely go with the more improved me. I think I would, because when you're ready, look at all these stars, right? Look at Nicki Minaj, look at Rihanna, look
They're
at
not
them
even
before
them.
money, right? You could imagine if all of us, right,
Have money.
were to really have the resources that they have, we would be. I mean, look at you all.
But the other thing, thank you, but you know the other thing, to answer her point, all of them with the resources, they all look like carbon copies of each other. They all have the big boobs, the snatched waist, the big unrealistic butt, you know, and legs that can't even support a butt of that size. It makes no sense to me, you know what I mean? So even if I had the resources, I wouldn't want to look like that. I would stay looking like me and just really invest in somebody like Jenna to make this body look all kinds of good. Cool it. Why you so? Not with this cut. Okay, moving on.
I have Neicy ready. Go ahead.
Go choose.
Who brave enough to go see me?
No, wait, I did see me just now. Let me get for the list.
Okay.
Is there anything strange that you do that you'll say not everybody else?
What's it strange?
Someone else might find
anything strange, yeah. A habit, anything strange.
I'm so boring. Do I do anything strange, boy?
Anything you like to eat that weird?
She's a fitness. Why should we be eating weird stuff?
No, I mean, the one thing is strange. Well, I don't know if it's strange, but I like to be alone. So
talk to me now.
Yeah,
talking in things.
Like
so
an introvert type.
Yeah, I just sometimes, you know, because I'm around people so much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like to be by myself, and you know, just it doesn't even have to be with the TV or anything. Just to be alone, and that could be a little strange to some people.
Right. Okay, I'll take that.
Do you have a hard time getting critiqued?
I don't think so. I think that I've always been somebody that was okay with taking criticism. I think I wouldn't say that I'm not good at that. I think I am.
And do you think that you are good at giving criticism?
No,
Is
I'm
it
not.
Okay?
Because I'm I don't really like confrontation. And I don't like to make anything an issue. So a lot of times, instead of me confronting somebody or, you know, criticizing, I would just let it go. And I don't know if that is always the best way.
Okay.
That's something I should work on.
All right.
Interesting. Ladies?
I have a materialistic one.
Talk
Well,
to
not
us.
really materialistic, but what's your favorite part of your body?
What's
your...
Yeah, my butt.
Your butt, yes.
The butt.
I work hard for this. I had no bottom.
Can we see the butt? Can we see the butt?
You saw it earlier.
I want to see it again.
Have the girl turning around to show you the butt. Why you so?
Later.
All right,
Later.
Guys, I tried for y'all, but
Jenna, how do you deal with betrayal? Have you ever been betrayed, and how do you deal with it?
Definitely been betrayed, but I like to confront. You know, I just said I'm not a confrontational person, but when it comes to these things, I can't let it build up inside. So I prefer to confront the person, allow them to know that I feel a certain way, and then move on. I'm not harping, and I'm not allowing anybody to give them the power to, you know, that are harboring on anything. But I have to let you know how I feel.
Well said. Niece, anything? I have one. When was the last time you cried?
This weekend I watched from scratch.
Oh gosh.
I cried all weekend.
I'm not going to watch
all
it.
weekend.
I'm not going to watch it because I am naturally emotional.
Yeah.
You don't go to add emotions to my emotional state.
yeah, one of my staff members came and she was complaining in school about it, and she said if I knew it was going to give me the kind of feelings, I would not have watched it.
My sister told me watch it. I go in and she told me.
I'm afraid to watch it now. I don't like to feel too much, you know.
No, and then you see that it was a true story. So you see that you actually meet, you know, see the woman and.
I'm feeling sad that I even watch it.
All right.
What do you ready? What do you think is the meaning of life?
Oh gosh, Sean.
Wow.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows. I mean, I know it's off the top, so it may not be accurate.
Yeah, it may not be accurate, but I think that, you know, life is, you know, everybody thinks that it's a destination, but I think it's about the journey, and it's about the highs with the lows,
yes,
the good with the bad, the ups with the downs, all that kind of, as corny as it sounds, it is about, and what I think is a big thing about life that took me a long time to learn is about the power of being present. You know, a lot of times you could be in a moment and your mind is somewhere else. You're thinking of all the things you have to do. You know, I could be with my kids and just thinking about so many different things. And being present with them is something that I have to keep bringing myself back, you know? So I think being present is harder than we think.
It is.
And it allows you to really, you know, capture a lot of things you miss.
Okay, I hear that.
Love it.
I hear that. So y'all want to end with something steamy? Jen, what you want? Steamy? You think we're going easy on you?
I have one pleady 15. So
Oh gosh. Have you ever cheated on someone in your lifetime? In your dating life? Oh gosh, she's taking a long to answer that. Well, you know what that means, right?
Jenna is red.
Did I want? Yes, a long time ago. You know, when you're young.
Was it a bad kind of a cheating, like some real underneath the seat? Yeah.
No. It was not underneath the seat. No.
And she's the reason.
It was never like that. No.
Okay.
Anybody?
Who has
a good one?
Who wants to end it?
Do you have any steamy ones?
No.
Okay, I'm going to end on a ridiculously steamy one, Jenna. I'm sorry.
I'm going under the table. Sorry, Jenna.
Me and all.
Where are we here?
Jan! And I have to make it count as the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Jan, we went easy on here, darling, but it's a sip and spill, so we had to add the spice in there.
The views of Chris is the views of Chris.
Have you ever done the deed on the beach? And if not, would you?
Did I ever? No, I don't think. No, I didn't. But I would, yes. I would.
Hey, yes, that was steamy enough.
Chris was looking
Yes.
That was steamy enough.
She beached.
But
What beach? Excuse me, the lookout, not the beach.
Chris, that's what people didn't even said the Danny beach when she.
Listen, this show is starting to reveal a lot of my business. I need to reel it in. Guys. And with that, we wrap our sip and spill segment with the lovely Jenna Marie of JCAM
She
Fitness.
handled it well.
Such a good sport. Jenna, we want to thank you for spending time with us, for coming to this show, for making Neicy feel the burn. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're feeling it, and you're feeling it. We seen a six-pack forming from that four-pack, you know. Right?
She that good. She that good.
The lovely Jenna Marie of JCAM Fitness, everyone. Thank you so much. We hope you guys enjoyed the little demonstration. And Jenna, feel free to come back at any point in time. You have something new going on, a new product, a new anything. You feel free to come chat with us. We'd love to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We enjoyed you.
All right, guys. Guys, keep it locked. One more commercial, and we're going to be back with more Island Girl Talk. Up next, we got Let's Talk Trends, Get Through, Gone Through, and Empowerment Minute coming up. Keep it locked.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Why never catch the feeling? Baby, you know what the deal is. I know a way to go in the mall for a vibe. I know you want to free it. All our designs revealing. Don't let me waste the time. Come along for the ride. And before you know, yeah, it's up in the air. You back it up right there. Show me your love and bring that waist to mine. No, you're pretty like shine up in my face when you laugh at me. Your body tight, you it off for me. Fall in our best line and give thanks for life. Yeah.
yeah. And we go down like licky-ticky, 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 licky-ticky. We have a style like licky-ticky, 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 The way she go like licky-ticky, 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 licky-ticky. Come and we jam like licky-ticky, licky-ticky, licky-ticky. That's the vibe, yeah. That's the vibe, come get it, yo. Hit me with the one drop and let it go. Anywhere the girl, them are dead there, yo. We're in your area, oh, I. So baby, baby, come, let we live it up. Tell me when you wanna build it up. Let's get hotter, send it up. You know we like that, yeah. Cause we vibe on top. Yeah, we play every day. And we don't stop. Cause we got love to share, yeah, yeah. Oh, nah, nah. Girl, you are the one, say me ready, yo. Come here for the rum and the rendezvous. Keep it for me nice and steady, yo. And we got jam like licky-ticky, 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 licky-ticky. We have a style like licky-ticky, 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 The way she go like licky-ticky, 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 licky-ticky. Come and we jam like licky-ticky, licky-ticky, licky-ticky. That's the vibe, yeah. Chérie m'baka chez Dieu. Oti doudou m'baka chez Dieu. Mais comme ça pour m'faire. Oh, mais comme ça pour m'faire. Chérie m'baka chez Dieu. Oh oui baby m'baka chez Dieu. Mais comme ça pour m'faire. Mais comme ça pour m'faire. Bend it up and take it. Your big fat bumper flick it. Baby, baby, come get it. Baby, baby, come with it. Put it on the rocks and send it. Wild on the ways, scalping it. Yeah, we rolling with the vibe. I love it when you come alive, oh. And we go down like licky-ticky, 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 licky-ticky. We have a style like licky-ticky, 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 The way she go like licky-ticky, 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 licky-ticky. Come and we jam like licky-ticky, licky-ticky, licky-ticky. That's the vibe, yeah.
She's looking at me too, wearing all your shoes, tripping, staring at the moon. Why you had to leave so soon? When they took you away, the pain it stayed more than 1,000 days. Never walked away, and the feeling you gave me remains. Lift me up, you stay. Never walked away. Angels from above looking down, up from above. Take you up on a trip tonight, up tonight. Pictures looking at me too, wearing all your shoes, tripping, staring at the moon. Why you had to leave so soon? All the times that we shared, memories coming back again. Can't forget what we had, all the good and the bad. And I'm feeling so scared. Truth is that you're not here. Wish I could see you again. Just say when and where. Angels from above looking down, up from above. Take you up on a trip tonight, she's looking at me too. I remember you wearing all your shoes. I remember you tripping, staring at the moon. I remember you why you had to leave so soon. I remember you angels from above looking down. Up from above. I remember you take you up on a trip tonight. Up tonight. I
As of midnight tonight,
Oh yeah, I get to say what don't kill me make you stronger nah. But Lord, I can't take the dirty ways no longer nah. I don't know if you will notice, but I own money and progress. If you have a serious motive, hear me loud and clear. Don't call me. I don't want the people call me. 'Cause I own a different vibes, and you have some different vibes. Oh, don't call me. No, 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 no. Say if I have to risk my peace of mind, tell the devil you look, boy, you ain't find it. I'm not where I really want to be. So please don't try and heavy me. Oh no, 'cause plenty was fresh already. So I ain't losing no sleep for nobody. I don't know if you will notice, but I own money and progress. If you have ulterior motive, hear me loud and clear. Don't call me. I don't want them people call me. 'Cause I own a different vibes, and you have some different vibes. Oh, don't call me. And anyway I see a party, it's a big way. No long talk, no small talk, it's a big way. I go hear you from a distance, it's a big way. No one talk, we can't talk, it's a big way. Na, 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 na. You added nothing to my life, no. When you are wrong, nothing does go right. You're toxic and complacent. We on two different wavelengths. So I said this year we galling. 'Cause 2020 was fresh already.
And welcome back to Island Girl Talk. It's your girl Neicy,
Trinidad Shawna,
Krystal Khayne. And now it's time to see what's trending because it's our favorite segment on my own. It's time for Let's Talk Trends. So we kicking it off because you had to be living under a rock if you don't know what's going down in Wakandaville.
Yes.
So we're trying to give away a little insight, but out spoilers a little because I don't know nobody attack me. Right? But I have seen the Wakanda Forever and I have been impressed. Sean's, you saw it.
Yes.
But
I didn't see it. I missed in Chadwick.
yeah, we are talking to Chris because you know it's our Wakanda side here. But
Yeah.
you know our little Tobagonian brother represented now.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes, the one and only Winston Duke reprised his role in.
It was a whole character.
Yes, he reprised his role in Wakanda Forever. So you definitely need to check it out. We're not going to give any spoilers.
Yeah.
But fun fact, we also had a little more Caribbean blood in the film.
Don't make joke. Don't.
I'm not going to spoil it. Let me filter. No. I'm just giving you
just an
roots
actor.
here.
Just
Yes,
actor.
actor.
Yeah, they would have the cast and stuff listed even before.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a spoiler.
And she was in Black Panther 1, and persons don't know that she is of Guyanese.
Very nice.
Not
The
too
one and
far.
only Latia. Or am I pronouncing her name right? Latia right or Lalitia right?
I'm not even.
Girlfriend, I have. You had to show me that. I don't know.
Sister.
The sister.
Cherie.
Oh, the one.
Yes, her mom is Guyanese.
Don't make joke. Guyanese roots.
So Tobago and Guyana is represented in Wakanda.
Yes,
that's a big deal.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Blow it up, let's see.
We murdering this girl name.
Spell it out for me, Anna.
Letitia.
Letitia, not Letitia. Come on, guys. Letitia.
I can't see this.
That's a Caribbean. That's a Caribbean name too.
Right. What does he spell it?
Letitia. 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 Or Letitia.
Our Ananias said Letitia.
I wonder what he thinking about Letitia. Titties.
Yes. So Letitia Wright, who plays the role Shuri in Black Panther and Wakanda, is of Guyanese descent.
That's so cool.
And our M'Baku, Winston Took, is Tobago. And you know, because he's Tobago, well, we in Trinidad take him as our own.
Of course, I mean, same thing.
Right?
Tobago, big up his
Big up yourself. If you haven't checked out Wakanda Forever, well, what are you waiting for? We definitely need to represent. Go out in your kits, put the paint on your face, do the sign, take your team, print jerseys like Shawna and she peeps.
I'll go when all the hullabaloo dies down.
Yes.
But once they have so much of the cinemas just for the movie. The movies are fine because I went last night and I thought it would be bad because normally Tuesdays are the day you'd get a good price, right? I think the movies are $40 instead of $50, so I expected it to be extremely ram-packed. But because they had so many of the cinemas, so many screens.
Yeah,
one is 8:15, one is 8:30. Yep. So many.
Then it had the 40.
Yeah, it's not jam-packed.
It had all the different, ways you could view it.
Yeah.
They definitely accommodated. And I think they still have up the signs and stuff. I could take the nice pictures by and all these different things. You could check out Movie Term. No, this is not a sponsored ad. Right, so that's it for Let's Talk Trends. And that's winding down with the Let's Talk Trends. One of our very own Island Girl Spotlights is having her very first concert. The beautiful, the talented, the Lion herself. I Am Lion. Terry Lyons will be having her first concert this Sunday. Wow. Prima Ball, November 20th. She's going to be there with a huge cast representing for Calypso, Soca, and a lot more. So definitely go to social media, check it out, buy a ticket, support. You know, we rep our own on Island Girl Talk. So Terry Lyons, big up you.
Yes, I.
And that's it for Let's Talk Trends.
Yes, I. Cool. So what's up next, boy, Sean?
We'll need to take a short break. And then we'll come back with Get You Gone You.
Yes, I.
How that song in steamy, so?
Yes, it's a little steamy.
Ooh. I like steamy. I like.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
All right, welcome back to Island Girl Talk. This is the Get Through, Go Through segment. Yes, you know, we have to bring the vibes because always something that we need to figure out, you know?
Yes, and always something going on in the country to get through, go through about.
Yeah, always something going on in life. So the next incident, the next video, I'm actually going to show you all a video today so we could discuss it with some footage. I need you to see to experience it. This one a little more touchy.
Oh, Lord.
So it's something that happened right here in Trinidad and Tobago last week or so. It was last week actually. And in the video, you can see a young man is a little bit distressed. You know, he's speaking to his teacher. We didn't see what happened prior to when they started recording, but he started speaking to his teacher, and then it further escalated when he started shouting. So I want you all to take a look.
Okay.
Oh, that was my coin.
I come respectfully as a student to a teacher. If you want to shout,
I am standing here talking.
Right? I oblige. I oblige. Spell that.
You want to get upset with
If I show no, I wrong. If I show no, I wrong. I'm quiet. I come in a place of mommy.
Okay then.
Okay, guys. So, you know, I looked at the comments and we had a lot of reviews, mixed reviews, shockingly, right? I want to actually read the comments to give you an idea of where the minds of your people are at.
Okay.
And then I want us to decide if this young man get through or he gone through, right?
Well, it's a gone through for me.
No. So, reading the comments now. This is comments, right? Speaking from experience, as a past student, she always used to provoke the children. And when something like this happened, she vexed. This is nothing new.
Oh my. So they know about this teacher.
Yes. People castigating the youth man, but not even listening to what he was saying. And he said himself, if he was to raise his voice, he wrong. It is obvious there was an unfair confrontation or misunderstanding between the two, preceding what conspired in the video. We also have somebody saying, it seems as though the comments are not listening to what the young man was saying in the videos. Teachers often forget respect goes both ways. You cannot shout and embarrass students in front of their peers. This is not preschool. These are young adults. He gave her a taste of her own medicine, and now he's labeled as the villain. Shake my head. Every action has a reaction. Right? And then another comment is also saying some of all you love to teach all your children to endure shit. I, for one, went to a prestigious school and went through multiple things like this. Imagine raising your hand just to ask a question and you're getting in trouble. Stoops. Nothing wrong with what he did or said. Teachers need to stop taking advantage of their status. Right? So we had a lot of people talking about the experience the teacher, they knew about the teacher. Some teachers look for their thing and so forth, right? We also had a few people saying at the end of the day, the teacher already have a job and they will face the consequences of their action. Education is priority and they are taking it for granted. We had some people saying, being a teacher is stressful, boy. Wow. Some people say disrespectful youths. Somebody said it don't matter how angry you get, you cannot just decide to shout at your teacher. So, you know, we had people saying different things.
Shawna, I have questions.
Yes. Go through.
So, it was difficult to figure out what they were arguing about, which is of extreme importance to even know whether the man really was slighted or and whether his reaction was valid, right? But just listening to little bits and pieces of how he's talking and how he's responding, even though his voice was raised, you could sense a bit of frustration there.
Yes.
And I got a sense that maybe he's not a disrespectful young man because we know what disrespect really looks like. If that was a child really wanted to disrespect the teacher, it could have been a lot more volatile.
Right.
This is a man engaged in a heated discussion with the teacher, clearly, and trying to explain his point. So just by that alone, I get a sense that this young man might not be a disrespectful person who just looking for clout from his peers. Right? He was genuinely upset. I felt it. And he was trying to get a point across to a teacher who probably was not willing to hear him out. On the flip side, I'm not sure that she might be wrong either. If people know who she is and knows her, if she is known for provoking kids, well, that's one thing. We were not there. We don't know. But just based on as the onlooker, it looked like he was trying to get a point across and was very frustrated with her response. It did not come across to me as a young man who was looking to just disrespect a teacher for the sake of it, just to get pips from his friends.
Well, I think that probably could have been what occurred as well, because in the video you could hear some other friends saying, "You taking that? You taking that?" So
to the teacher or to him?
To the boy.
To him.
So in a sense, you know, they instigated the situation as well. You see any thoughts?
My thoughts on it might be a little different.
That's fine. That's why we here.
That's why we here. So personally for me, I am going to take the approach of I don't really care in this instance of like what the conversation was about. That is a teacher, respect. Like find a better way to deal with it. If it's okay to take it up with the principal or something after, but you don't raise your if you don't raise your voice in that manner. I don't care how frustrated you are.
I hear that. May I?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I hear that. But in instances, and these are isolated instances because it's not always the norm, but in instances where a teacher is the aggressor or the teacher is the person pushing that child, right? And as a growing child, young man, a teenager, they know what's right and what's wrong, but they're still growing in terms of their emotional maturity. As a teacher, I do think that a teacher has the power to either escalate or calm a situation, because they are the adults. They are the ones who should be more aware of the situation. So if you see that boy is getting hype, you take a young man, okay, calm down, let's deal with this rationally. And instead of hyping, that is using emotional intelligence. Because then if you was dealing with a different type of fellow who was violent and looking to rush the teacher, because you're seeing what's going on in schools nowadays, if you are escalating, you don't know where that could go. Right? So
where I'm coming from
it's the teacher's job also to quell and to temper a situation if she or he sees it going a certain direction. You can't put all the onus on that growing individual whose mind is not fully developed, and right now all they're feeling is anger because they're not feeling heard. Right? You can't put all the onus on them. They have not grown yet. They've not emotionally evolved yet.
Where I'm coming from with it, I tend to take the approach of, okay, like me being responsible for me with whatever the situation is. In a perfect world, yes, the teacher's supposed to do all the stuff that you just said, but if you happen to exist in a society where these things are not happening, that has been the norm. Like we see we see how things go in society, and that is not what's happening. Then could you can't just walk around and saying, well, I'm reacting, because a lot of people who end up with the bitter end of most things is people who reacting, and the society would say that they're right, but the law says something else. You need to be at a position that no matter what the situation is, you are in control of what's going on with your side, because that could have escalated to something else where next thing he's behind bars. What he would say, well, the teacher provoked me to, and now my life gone down the drain.
Well, that's just it. With a certain student where that could have happened, yes, your point is completely valid, but that is not what is shown in the video. It is clear that this is still a boy, though upset, is showing restraint. You understand? And if you listen to a little piece of what he's saying, if you listen to a little piece of what...
Well, once she's finished,
if you listen to a little piece of what he was saying, he's like, but if I raise my voice, I'll get in trouble. Something to that effect.
And he then proceeded to raise his voice.
Which implied that the teacher was raising her voice to him. So Miss, you're telling me don't raise my voice, if I raise my voice, I'll get in trouble, right? I'll get in trouble. But
at the same time,
then he did the said thing.
This is...
So he probably did that now in defiance, which is wrong.
Right, and ananas. me, as I said, like, I'm not here to nitpick at the situation because yes, everybody have lens. Even when we listen to the comments, people giving opinions.
Yeah.
My thing, the bigger picture of this is that is a teacher, you are a student, respect.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I do think that in this day and age too, I agree with one of Shawna's commenters. Respect is both ways. Even if I would respect a 7-year-old child, I would respect the expressions of a 7-year-old child. If they say, "Mommy or Auntie, I don't like this," or "I don't want to do that," why you don't want to do it, sweetheart? Because it makes me say so. It makes me that. You respect that child. You don't tell them, "No, you still have to do it."
Yeah.
No, I believe no matter the age of a human being, they deserve a certain level of respect.
Yeah. But I agree. Can I add my point?
Yeah, sorry.
I get buried in the fire there, guys. Right. So, as a teacher, you know, this is very personally touching to me. You know, I don't want to seem biased because I'm a teacher, but I had as a child, let me go back to there. I had as a child teachers I absolutely disliked. I don't want to use the word hate. I absolutely disliked them. You know what we did? But talk them left, right, and center. Guess where? Behind their backs. Who we have next, Olia? We have Miss So. God, I can't stand
and as soon as she walk in the door,
good afternoon, Miss.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So I think the point that I'm trying to get at today is life is going to come at you. Your mom is going to come at you when she's wrong. It has been done. My mom has come at me before, and I personally, up to this day, believe that she was wrong. Strangers will come at you, your teachers will come at you, and then it will extend to when you're adult, customers will come at you. From customers, it will extend to your boss might come at you, and your reaction could determine your destiny, as you just mentioned, right? So I think we really need to know who we are as a people and respect that line of authority.
Ananias have something to say.
Yeah. We have to respect the line of authority, right? Because it is there for a reason. Eventually you're disrespecting teachers, you're disrespecting
anybody. Anybody.
So I do believe from the video, right? Because again, we didn't get to see what happened before.
Exactly.
And I saw people saying that, but for me personally, I didn't need to see what happened before.
That's
because the young man started off correct, right? First of all, I don't even want to use the word correct because you don't need to stand up and walk forward. Like if you come in to be a teacher, I find that was out of line, period, right? But you could have say, "Miss, but I oblige," and just cool it down, right? And maybe at a further time you talk to her, or you just know how to just ignore her. Because, and I will give this example. There's a teacher, when I started working with Brookside, there's a teacher who came up to me and he said, "I had a lot of questions, how you deal with certain things, especially with discipline. Teaching is one thing, cool, anybody could do that. But when it comes to dealing with a whole class, how do you go about it?" He said to me, "Shawna, I am actually trying to approach for the first time. This is his first time trying an approach where he's strict." So I was like, "So you're telling me you were not strict?" Yeah, I swear. When you come to my upper school classes, you'll recognize. So afternoon, when you come to my lower school classes, you'll recognize the difference. And he is a complete idiot to these students, right? It is a little extreme, but guess what? Guess who is furthest in the syllabus?
Yep.
That said teacher. He has passed all the teachers, and all the classrooms come to me, "Miss, you can't take us. We don't like him." I asked, "Do you understand the work?" "Yes, miss." "You understand everything?" "Yes, miss, but he too strict, so you don't like him because he too strict." "Yeah, miss." I said, "You don't like him because you can't take advantage of him. And you like the teachers that you could take advantage of," right? There's a particular child who said, "Miss, I asked," same thing somebody comment, "Miss, I asked him, I put up my hand to ask him about something I did not understand, and he told me hush." So I could understand where it gets out of line, where a child would feel offset or unheard. But guess what? That said student is the one who's normally distracting the class. So when he innocently raises his hands now, it's like if the goat, the boy who cried wolf, you know?
And in that instance, wouldn't you say still, even though he's the boy who cried wolf, still as the teacher, because you're teaching, and it's still your responsibility to teach even the boy who cried wolf, if he raises his hand to ask a genuine question, you are obliged to still answer. But I just want to say one quick thing, is that even though I can still empathize or sympathize with that boy. I'm not saying that he is right to act up for the teacher. I'm not saying he's right to intimidate with his body, to come closer and lean in closer as though he faking out the teacher. No. What I'm saying is, when you see that kind of frustration, and I'm still saying restrained frustration, because he did not get violent, he walked out of the class. You all did not pay attention to that. That child,
but I find even that was extremely
you don't know what he was feeling, and not everyone can control their feelings in that moment. We all have breaking points. We all have that threshold where is either we walk out or we stay and something bad happens. That child got upset. He tried to explain his plight. Miss, but if it was me, I oblige. In other words, I did what you asked me to do. That's what oblige mean. We didn't see before. But him saying, but miss, I obliged. You such and such, and I obliged, meaning I did what you asked me to do, and yet you still raise your voice. How I know that? Because he said, but if I raise my voice, now you're telling me I'm wrong. So there are little bits and pieces you can pick up from the exchange, right? I'm not saying that he is in his right to disrespect any teacher, but I'm saying there will be instances in a school, right, where there may be confrontation between a child and an adult, the teacher, and if the child is getting to that point, the teacher, even though yes, respect is respect, we come from the old school kind of thing, you straighten up once you see the teacher, we know that's not the world we live in anymore. The world we live in now is you speak to the kids, you show them their value, you make them feel like they have a voice, and you explain to them. If things are getting to a point where it's just volatile, you now have to exercise what you trained in as a teacher in terms of de-escalating that situation, and that's where I'm coming from. She should have known better than to sit down and argue with a pupil. That is not the way. Right? He still gets a blight because of his youth and because he's not that mentally aware yet. He's still a teenager, as big as they want to see him as they is.
I don't agree with that.
As big
because
as they
she wasn't
are.
arguing and carrying on like that.
But I saw the teacher arguing back.
She was. And she was like, okay, but I did it, but I said this and whatever. It doesn't matter.
In an instance like that, where these people have training as opposed to these children who you don't know where they're coming from, in an instance like that, it's not okay. All right, Mr. Such and Such, I hear you. Have a seat and let's deal with this later.
So teachers don't have feelings.
What
and you know how it is to complain.
Yes, they have feelings, but they are in a position of authority and in a position where they have to show example. So they have more responsibility. They are the shepherds. They are herding the sheep, the children. They are obliged, like the boy said, to act differently than the kids. She cannot come down to his level. He is not right for how he behaved. Don't get me wrong. But she should have behaved and handled that situation better, is what I'm saying. And that child got so upset, he walked out of the room.
And I think that
maybe he should have walked out. He didn't walk out. You see how he did? If I wasn't walking up,
what I'm saying is, like, even the
right.
points that we said when you had to give respect to get it.
Yeah.
If I can't consider myself a respectful person if I only give it when I get it.
Yeah.
You could tell if I'm respectful if I'm in the most disrespectful situation and I choose
I highly
respect.
Agree.
What about if you're the person who what about if you are the more aware person and you realize what is happening, and even though you are in the right, in order to get the outcome that you need, you now have to initiate that type of behavior for it to be mirrored back to you. Because there are people, as the teacher, because there are people who, like you, right? You would know what's the right thing to do, but you're dealing with someone who is disrespecting you.
But Chris, you
might have to lead by example.
In that scenario that most persons, I don't know if you all picked up on it, dude was giving his point. As soon as his students in the class started jab and think, he started rile up. He was feeding off of that energy.
Fayed was innocently walking out of the classroom. Exactly. He walked out of the classroom as a form of clout.
And as soon as the students started, you taking that and the giggling and stuff started, he started to, his energy change. That is not a student who's trying to be respectful. In that moment, it went from whatever to he's standing on top of whatever that energy was. In that situation, you are being disrespectful. That is still a teacher, whether she's right, wrong, or indifferent. You are a student. Sit down, swallow whatever that is, and learn. Because in those situations, those are the children that one situation happen and their whole life goes down the drain. If you can't learn how to hold that emotion at a tender age, it's not something you're going to just magically wake up as an adult and have.
I'm saying leave room for doubt. Because the same way you can say he can act up a fool and do something that might land him in jail and end his life, that is not also the only way it could go. He can also do as you say and swallow it, even if he feels just, because remember, we were not there, we don't know what the situation is, we don't know if he was wronged by the teacher, we don't know, and there are some teachers out
let's
there.
just assume he was wrong.
Let's assume from both sides. Let's know, because we don't know.
No, but let's assume he was wrong.
We assume that he was wrong, and then we assume that maybe he was justified.
If he was wrong,
I believe he was wrong, and I still think his reaction wasn't justified.
If he was wrong, right, I do believe after taking your stance and that, but miss, I oblige, what more you want from me? No, hold on, I'm not done. Miss, I oblige, what more you want from me? But you raising your voice at me, but if I raise my voice, then other words, read between the lines. Miss, I'm not being heard, you're not giving me a chance to voice my opinion. This is wrong. I'm just speaking from the mentality. Put yourself in other people's shoes. That is what people don't realize. I'm good at that. Put yourself in his, try to remember a time when you were trying to explain, like somebody lying on you or something, and you're trying to tell the truth and you're being shut down. That's frustrating, especially for an emotionally unaware child. How we should have handled this,
I'm not disagreeing with the emotions.
How we should have handled it, yes, is not cup up and up. You know what I mean? Yes, sit down and be like, nah, I not taking this. I go in by the principal or something. Some way, form or fashion to plead his case. That I think is how he should have best gone about it. Right?
But if you wanted to walk out the class before you trip off and you carry on like that.
Yes, but he didn't trip off.
You did. You might have to watch the video again. You have to watch his body language. You probably need to watch the video
tripping off is attacking a teacher. We are seeing what is going on.
That's not true at all.
Because the culture of today escalated. Listen, back in like that's even speaking to a teacher with a certain attitude is a form of disrespect. This video was very disrespectful. I don't care what the backstory of that is. That is a student and an adult.
1 second. Guys in the chat room, please respond to us, Neicy, Shawna, myself. We want to hear what you all think about that video.
It was a student disrespected me the other day. A Form 1
no
student.
doubt that it was disrespectful.
A Form 1 student disrespected me the other day, right?
Really?
And notice, I am not one of those strict teachers, right? I am very good at commanding a classroom, but I am not rude. I'm not strict. I like to line with my student. Not line, it's not friends, but you know what I mean. I'd like to let them know, here, talk to me, what you don't understand.
Because you're young too.
So she has watched the approach that I take with the class. So she knows how much to overstep. She knows how much to push.
She analyze,
yes, which is what they do, and that's why teachers have to sort of go out of the way, because when you're talking about communicating to one child and having that awareness that Chris talking about, that's great. But when it comes to when it has an entire classroom in front of you, the whole game change. And I urge anybody who will come up against teachers to try and experience that for yourself. It's a whole different ball game when it is an entire classroom, right? But anyway, she would get up and walk across by her friend. Young lady, have a seat. Why you like to get, and first a cooler, why you like to, I'm gonna sound like a real people moan. Why you like to give me so much trouble, girl? Go and sit down. Miss, we laugh it off joke, right? She gets up, she walking out. She reached by the door. I said, where you going? Miss, I'm going to throw away this. I said, that is not how it works.
She just walking out?
Yeah. Because they've been not too far from the door. I said, that's not how it works. Miss, well, I could go and throw this away. Someday now, she sit down, she turning her back to me, and she facing the student in the back. I told her to turn around. But remember, Miss Nice. So she must turn around for 1 second at the moment when I said, and turn right back around, her back is to me. Right? So I said, you don't hear what I said? I said, turn your foot and sit forward. And that's when I raised my voice. She rolled up and I said, listen, I'm not your friend with you here today, you know. Understand what I say? That's a moment of me shouting.
At that point in time, you exert your authority because clearly the person is being rude to you.
So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day,
but did you have? But what I'm saying is, you don't feel like you provoked that situation, did you? This is not her explaining why she should have her back to you.
Mind, she thinks that I provoked her. That's what I'm saying. We have to
she knows she's being rude.
We have to nurture the minds in a sense, because Miss, I didn't like how you think, me and come on. This is a result of your behavior, and 9 out of 10 times this boy might be the one out of 10 times, but 9 out of 10 times, show me the students who given trouble grades. Show me their grades, show me the way they perform in class. How many times have they been in trouble in the past? Now, I don't know if this young man, he could be an exception to the rule, so I'm not saying
and
no.
he could be trouble. Maybe that's why she was giving him flack, you know?
He could be
trouble.
Or could be the exception, right?
Because all I'm saying is, use your wisdom as the teacher, because this is what all you're trained for, not just to teach a subject. You're all trained in how to deal with young human beings. Human beings, people with thoughts and feelings.
With the points that Chris coming from in terms of the authority, my stance, I've always been a person more, it's not about the people, it's about me. So in my lens, whether the teacher is trained to handle you, you're responsible for you. You understand?
And your upbringing from your parents would have...
Yeah, you're responsible for you. Like, if I come to school and I meet probably, like, all the teachers like that, so then I had the right to be like that.
Yeah, tripping off and walking off. Can you imagine if everybody in the classroom doing that?
If everybody like that, then I don't have the grounds to stand on, because my constraint is reliant on a teacher being respectful. If I meet teachers who not respectful, what am I going to do then?
I've had teachers who were considered weak by the class, and I've had teachers who were considered strong. And there was this particular teacher who they had to say nothing. They just had a quiet strength. They never disrespected the class. They never let anyone feel low, anything like that. I will never forget him. He never let anyone feel low, right? But you just instinctively knew not to mess with that teacher. Don't even think about it. Nice to everyone. What I now looking back, that teacher had over the other teachers is that teacher spoke to the students. He wasn't nobody's friend. He wasn't trying to be friends. He wasn't trying to be the cool teacher. You just
shade for me here.
But you just knew. But you just knew that, you know, if I have a problem, I feel like I could go to Mr. Such and Such. You know what I mean? And that was just how he is. He spoke to and that didn't mean nobody didn't act out in the class. People acted out in the class. But what he would do is, if you acted in the class, he'd be like, Mr. Such and Such. I mean, Mrs. Such and Such. And you just be like, sorry, sir. You didn't have to say nothing, because
that's
you knew.
That's your generation. It have no sorry, sir.
Because I just saw a video with them trampling over the principal.
So that is my point. Training. This is an ongoing thing. Training is beyond the subject. You must know with the mindset and the culture of children today. You know how, as the teacher, it's your responsibility to learn that and navigate that in a way that resonates with your class.
Right.
To still assert yourself and ascertain a certain level of respect from these kids. You don't do it by stooping to their level and arguing your point of view with them. In other words, you know what? Have a seat, we'll deal with this after. End it, cut it.
I would have done that.
You don't say, but miss, I oblige you. Okay, sir, but you oblige. But and you arguing with a child. That's my point.
No, but you saw in the video.
I would have done that exactly.
When he started to argue.
Kids will be kids
but when
and
she
egg him on.
started to argue was when he said something of the sort of so if I hit you or something like that, and she said that is what kind of started that
she wasn't having much
she
conversation.
Wasn't having, and then he made the statement something about, I heard the thing when he said something with hit, and then the chairman in the class had a cackle and stuff, and then she was like, because now you're talking about violence.
At that point, you shut it down and you show who has the authority. She has the authority to shut it down. So you see this child riling up.
She should have been the one to left the classroom. Well, listen, if this is how y'all want to behave, well then you'll teach yourself.
Right?
And walk out of the classroom
Anything
for a moment.
to shut down the situation. She had it within her power. And that's what I mean. He was frustrated and all of that and don't know how to deal, and he's still young. You have to give these kids a blight, because you can't expect them to just automatically know these things. Who teaching them?
What if he has point about bringing blight? Because the Lord will give you a blight.
What if he has parents that didn't know any better and he does not know Neicy? That's not his fault. But as the teacher, if you see this child getting emotional and spirited to a point where it could become volatile, then you shut it down. She did not.
So let's wrap it up. Let's have a
through or
conversation.
gone through. This was a long one.
Get through, or he gone through?
Both of them gone through.
Gone through.
Both of them gone through, in my opinion.
All right.
What the comments saying? If they're saying,
well, they ain't saying too much, but I have Marv Munty saying the context and backstory is where the truth lies. Exactly. He says we as adults should not argue with children. They are not our peers. Exactly what I was saying. He says the upbringing of the individual is why they chose the path they did, which I just said. What if he didn't know any better? Because his parents didn't know any better. But if you ask me, just looking at it, the boy was saying, but miss, I did what you asked me to do, I obliged. He was in that moment, even if it wasn't the most ideal way to reason with the teacher, the fact is, the bottom line is he was trying to reason with the teacher or make the teacher see something from his point of view. He has that right, in my opinion. If he's now getting too disrespectful with it, she had a right to shut him down. You cannot tell me it is okay to get on argue like if it. No, you can't argue with him. He's a student. Okay, so that's what we're doing.
I don't think like she was having.
Is that what we're doing? No.
But that's what she didn't say much, you know. What
Right.
I'll tell you, she wasn't saying much. She wasn't saying much. He was already escalated.
Here, Marv Munty.
But all right, we already said.
Here, Marv Munty. Suggestion: bring any willing participants to your platform concerning that particular incident. That would be a productive idea. No, sir. We good.
What's going on here already?
You know?
All right, guys. So that's it for the Get Through, Gone Through segment.
We don't want to take long.
Yes.
Shawna, what you doing?
Yes. So that one was very close to home with us, you know, as Trinidadians. We've seen what is going on. But at least, you know, we really get to reason and hear different perspectives. I like that Chris brought a completely different side. Neicy brought a different side. And Neicy, you wanted to share anything? All right, cool. So that's it. We're going straight to empowerment.
Yeah, boy. Neicy, you want to go straight or you want a little thing?
All right.
How are we going to put it over to Neicy, you know how to give her her intro?
Yes.
For us to calm our souls after that heated discussion. Oh, gosh, boy.
It was nice.
A little bit.
It was nice.
Right, Neicy, take it away now.
I really had to come in here to calm down the space.
Yeah, boy.
After that one. But you guys, this is where I come in with the Empowerment Minute. Woosa. I think we need another one.
Yeah, boy.
Woosa. And as we wind down, you know, I like to bring a nice gem that piggybacks off of our topic of the day. And our quote of the day is simple. The key to a healthy life is having a healthy mind. And this is brought to you courtesy Richard Davison.
Yeah.
The key to a healthy life is simply having a healthy mind.
Yeah.
Right? And as even in the get you going through scenario, healthy mind breeds healthy habits, healthy behaviors.
Yeah.
You know? So just whatever is in is what's gonna come out. So point to yourself, be able to like know your temperaments, because knowing thyself would know how you would choose to react in different situations, what you need to do for your own sanity and for peace. The end result should always be peace. It's not about when it is reach a point where it's no longer about right or wrong, but it's about what is the most peaceful outcome of this.
Yeah,
you understand? And with that said, that's it, ladies.
Yes, and guys, it's a wrap for Island Girl Talk. Should we just wrap up with the? It's about 3 more. We had some previous comments. We have Carrie Ann Camacho. She's saying Jenna is so inspirational, really interested in getting back on track, being gentle with yourself. Yes, we agree. We have King Stoney saying great topic, 100. We have Gina Marquez saying this is definitely Jenna's calling. She has created a community of women supporting one another. This is true, right? We have Gina again saying she focuses each person's goals and she focuses on each person's goals, and although she starts off as a trainer, she would become a friend. She genuinely cares about each client.
Passion.
Right? Carrie Ann is saying so simple but so effective indeed. And that's really it. Some nice words for Jenna.
Yes.
And with that, guys, we wrap Island Girl Talk. As always, it's a pleasure chatting with you guys and having a good old time. We've missed this show during the week, you know.
We do.
Right? We're your hosts. I'm Krystal Khayne.
We're women.
I'm Krystal Khayne.
Run that one more time, Chris.
We are your hosts. I'm Krystal Khayne.
Trinidad Shawna.
No. Neicy.
I can't. These girls, boy.
Shut up that side off. Shut up autopilot.
We are your hostesses with the mostest, your fave girl host. We're Island Girl Talk, where women are free to simply be unapologetically. Keep it classy right here on O.U.R Radio.fm. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
The system.
Bacchanal.